welcome. This is the pre-stream bit. I'm not live yet, but I will be shortly. I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet, and welcome to the joy of punting. Yes, this is my stream. I will make some mistakes. That bit is absolutely going to happen. But as long as you're here along the way for these happy little mistakes, that's what I like to call punts, happy little mistakes, well, it's worth it then, isn't it? Whilst you're waiting, if you would like to click down below, I can't move my head too much because of the way this image is made, but if you'd like to click the image down below, trying to point with my nose, it's not working. But down below there's some links. You can join my Patreon via this. You can go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you're really missing out on where all the action and magic happens. Oh, I guess I should explain how you can support me as well, right? So the Patreon, you can sign up for like $2 a month. It's less than a booster pack. And that allows you to be on the Discord server where you can hang out with me and other patrons and talk shit, see when I'm getting low and pissed off at Magic for losing a lot, or when I'm happy because I'm just wrecking fools because it's better to be lucky than good. All those things and more. A giant hentai, all that sort of stuff. All on the Discord. There's other tiers as well. There's a slicer tier where we talk once a week in a voice call and you get to submit decks and stuff. But have a look on there. It explains it all there. You can subscribe to me here on Twitch. On YouTube it's free. It's the best free way to subscribe and support me is to just subscribe on YouTube. So if you haven't already, please go fucking do it. But you can subscribe here on Twitch. There's a button up there. Again, talking about my arms, my hands is really weird. Do you like jazz? Jazz. Jazz! So yeah, you can subscribe with the button above my head. I'm pointing with my hand, but you can't see it. If you're on Twitch Prime, it's free. Otherwise, you can throw a few bucks into the Quazo well, and I will take some percentage of that. Hopefully a good percentage when I get partner. This is maybe not an affiliate. Hopefully, in a few months' time, we'll look back and be like, haha, remember when you said you weren't partner in that Twitch intro? Okay, I filled 3 minutes of dead time. Hang on. That might have been my hand, that might have been someone else's hand. I guess you'll just never know. Stop it. So yeah, I kind of like my intros to be about 10 minutes long. Because sometimes I take 10 minutes to get set up. I'll load up OBS and something will be broken. What else? I upload once a week to Channel Fireball's YouTube channel. The comment section are mean there. I have Dies to Removal, a podcast. Just Google Dies to Removal, check out the Tolarian Community College's YouTube channel. And me and the professor shoot the shit with regards to magic. Not Twitch, this is Twitch. Twitter. Twitter's good. I'm very active on Twitter. It's a good way to get hold of me, to ask me questions, to engage with me. Go follow me over there as well. Instagram's pretty good. I post pictures of my dog. Post pictures of me. I've realised my fans have been on this whole time. I hope that's not made a lot of noise. Bollocks. I guess I'll turn that off now. Fuck. But yeah, Instagram. Picture of my dog. Picture of me. Picture of food. Magic cards. It's pretty good. I enjoy Instagram. You get to make artsy-fartsy photos and stuff. Some of mine are artsy-fartsy. Some of them are... Actually, the majority of them are just like spare the moment thing. Yeah. Birds. Yeah, so jazz. I like jazz, right? Everyone like jazz? This one's more smooth jazz. Oh man, this is so itchy right now. Fuck. Thanks, Bob Ross. Yeah, just gonna hang out here for a little bit. Doo boop ba doo. Jazz. If this comes out really well, I'm going to be upset that you only see it for the first 10 minutes of a stream. 10 or so minutes. I'll probably make it only 7. 7 minutes of me fucking about. I could just like play some like an image of a seaside here now, couldn't I? Like this. And I'm back. Bob Ross with a seaside for a face is pretty weird. If you like this, can we get some capital letter hype in the chat, please? Right now. At the end of the stream, we shall be raiding someone else. Normally raiding down someone with a smaller viewership than us. To share their love. Sometimes up if we want to, you know, network. But, yeah, so we're going to raid someone. So if I say that the stream's coming to an end, or it's our last game, I'm about to go, please don't fucking log off. Stick around, okay? It hurts my pride when we raid with only like half the percentage of the people. Half the percentage? 50% of the people that were actually in here originally. It hurts my pride. So don't do that. Oh, chat rules. Be nice to one another. Don't be a dick. That's kind of it, really. Oh, there's a donation button down below. You can give bits as well if you want to support. Sharing my videos is a great way of supporting the channel. Like, if you have friends you think will enjoy my videos, fucking show them to them. Anyway, I guess with only a few more seconds to go, we should play some Magic. So welcome to PleasantKenobi's Wonder Emporium, the punt shunt. That's not even a term. The joy of punting. Welcome. Welcome. This is the pre-stream bit. I'm not live yet, but I will be shortly. I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet, and welcome to the joy of punting. Yes, this is my stream. I will make some mistakes. That bit is absolutely going to happen. But as long as you're here along the way for these happy little mistakes, that's what I like to call punts, happy little mistakes, well, it's worth it then, isn't it? Whilst you're waiting, if you would like to click down below, I can't move my head too much because of the way this image is made, but if you'd like to click the image down below, trying to point with my nose, it's not working. But down below, mark up the punt then, you fucking sluts. We just fucking hit the restart. The intro's quite old, Esco dude. I need to redo it. Okay? I want to redo it when I got partner as like a celebration, but of course, I'm not partner because I'm not good enough. Twitch doesn't see me as valuable enough to have as a partner. Thank you for the sub as well, Titan Reaver. I appreciate you. You said whilst we were in the pre-stream, you said 21 months of milk, thirsty comments, feet, memes, dirty language, and a lot of fun. Thanks for all of it. Thank you, Titan. I appreciate you hanging around, being involved in the calls and such, and leaving very thirsty comments on my YouTube videos. Mephistorian, thank you for the Twitch point. Mephistorian, are you a Warhammer player?
What are you doing right now?
Mephiston is the
heck out of me.
It's the Primarch of the Blood Angels, right? So if you're a Mephistorian, or is this a different Mephisto? Because obviously Mephisto's a name used in many medias, obviously. But if it's
Mephisto
anyway,
is the Marvel Universe devil as well.
Exactly. There's many reasons things it could be, but I was hoping a little bit
right now?
that it's Warhammer. Because I'm going to talk about Warhammer tonight, kids. Because I have bought some Warhammer. I'm super into it again. Anyway, who else? Sko Dude 444444444. Let's force mono green. We can try, although the ramp deck in this cube isn't mono green as such, I think. But we'll talk about that more in a moment.
Glad I have a beard to hang with in quarantine.
Bobby O 2014, thank you for the sub as well, and N282 and Desatir. Black Templars are the best loyalist chapter.
Impressing the heck out.
I can't call you a heretic,
Black
but
Templars
that's fine.
are the best
We'll
loyalist
let
chapter.
you go with that. The thing about Black Templars that I dislike, and Rob, you know Big Carl, right?
I do.
So Big Carl is a friend of mine who has been on the channel in the 20 chicken nugget challenge videos. If you go search for the 20 chicken nugget PleasantKenobi video, you can meet my friend Big Carl, who eats 50 chicken nuggets from McDonald's in under 17 minutes, I believe it is. Anyway, when we're growing up, if I had something, Carl would always get it like bigger, better, or shinier, right? Like all the time. And then when it came to Warhammer, a lot of my stuff was odd bodged together, like second-hand shit I get off car boot sales because I didn't have much money growing up. But Carl and I'd rib him for this face to face as well. When he started getting into Warhammer, he got Black Templars, and he got this fucking huge Land Raider tank thing. That must have been at the time like £40 to buy, which is a lot of money for like 12-year-olds or whatever, right? And it was the special Black Templar one, and he painted it up, and it looked awesome, and it's cool that he had it and everything, but it's always like, he always had to have something bigger and shinier than me. I look at my wife now and see if she's listening to this anecdote and laughing or not, because she knows what this is like, don't you, babe? But not anymore, Big Carl! I'm gonna try and get him back into it so I can stomp on his shit. Does Warhammer have fetch land reprints? No! Although I was considering, because you get to paint your own little banners for your units, I was wondering, I mean, I'm shit at painting, but maybe in a few months once I've got a bit better, I can paint, reprint fetch lands, you cowards, or just reprint fetch lands onto a banner. Not because I want that on my miniature forever, I'll probably paint over it again. But it would make a good Instagram post, wouldn't it? Oh, Rob, always be contenting. Always be contenting, Rob.
Always contenting.
A, B, C. Rob, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I'm not looking forward to Warhammer talk.
You don't like Warhammer, do you?
I do not.
Is it because it's like the competitor to D&D? Is this like a Marvel versus DC thing?
No.
No? Okay. What is it like about Warhammer then?
There's just nothing about the aesthetic that has ever appealed to me. Like,
But Rob, it's the most grim, dark thing going.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Yeah, it's just not my bag. I never got into it like I did with other things when I was younger, and now I have absolutely no interest in it now, given that I when I was like edgy in teenage, like it didn't interest me. So the fact that so it's not going to interest me now that I'm not edgy.
But I think like as I got edgy in teenager, I moved away from it.
Don't even start talking about lore shit because I literally.
But that's it's kind of refreshing for how like, because I guess coming from Magic's all like so positive, which is fine. Like positivity is good, right? But like Warhammer's unrelentingly horrible. Like no one in that universe is having a good time ever. Like there is only war, Rob. There is only war! But yeah, I bought a lot of miniatures, Rob. I'm going to paint them.
Cool. Good.
I haven't painted a miniature for like 20 years. I'm hoping if I get good, so I'm going to paint on some shit ones first, right? I don't know, Pognostrofist, I don't know if that's like a hot take from Rob. I think Warhammer does warrant that criticism of it being quite edgy. Like, I just described it as grimdark. They describe it themselves as grimdark. The fan base so apparently it's a controversy. So the 9th edition rules of like 40k are coming. There's a trailer 2 days ago. Like literally the day that I was chatting to my wife about, I fancy getting some. The new trailer dropped or whatever. And apparently, Rob, the community are upset that the new logo isn't grimdark enough. Apparently there's genuine... Hang on, Warhammer 9th. Let me see if I can show you.
I think this is the other thing, right? It was like... there was nothing about the aesthetic or the style or like the whole like hyper masculine Romanesque kind of history that none of, and then it was just like the people you would meet at Games Workshop stores are just like the neckbeards to neckbeards, what neckbeards are to normal people.
I do not think that is fair. That is not fair because like, is it any different to Magic in that regard? Oh, by the way, this is the new not grim dark enough logo. And whilst I understand that is a legitimate... I was
first exposed to Warhammer around about the same time I was exposed to Magic, and I never felt that with Magic until... Ironically, I never felt that with Magic until I got older and started going to GPs. So, yeah,
you heard it here first, Rob said, GPs are worse than game stores for making neckbeards, I guess. I mean, it is a bright logo. I get it, chat. I get it. This is a bright logo. But I mean, I guess this is the thing. I said to my wife, it's nice to come into like another hobby and not know about any of the baggage and drama. With Magic, obviously, I'm entrenched.
That's definitely an appeal to do anything new. It's like we were saying earlier, like taking a break from stuff is quite nice because you just be like, "What's going on here?" And people are like, "Oh, everything is terrible," but you could just play with the nice shiny toys and just be like, "Oh, I like."
Yeah, but the problem is, as soon as I started watching Warhammer videos, I already heard some of the complaints and some of the criticisms, some of the discussion. Thank you for the hype train, my friends. I need to toot that out, and by toot that out,
yeah, but it's not like you've got a dog in the fight, though, is it? Like you're hardly like tied to the old logo with
no. Well,
t-shirts that you own.
Like some of the old logos bring back huge amounts of nostalgia for me though, because I did. People are saying I'm a Warhammer noob in the chat. Like I did collect a little bit when I was a kid, and I've always had an interest in not the fantasy thing that much, but the 40k. A bit of the fantasy. Like I played Hero. Is it Hero Quest? That was the old Warhammer D&D ripoff, Dungeon Crawler variant.
Yeah.
Hero Quest. Yeah, I played a bit of that when I was a kid. And I owned loads of 40k stuff that I got like second hand. And so I always play the 40k video games after the fact because I do enjoy the universe and some of the elements of it as well. So I'm not a newbie.
The what do you call it? The Command and Conquer type style games.
Dawn of War.
Dawn of War, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
played a few
no,
Dawn of
fuck!
War.
I just realised we played Dawn of War 2 together quite a bit online, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and I like that. I like the gameplay of that. I couldn't give a shit about who my dudes are or whatever. But you know, I'm not married to whatever clan or whatever. But yeah. So some of the things are cool, and I like the
Impressing the heck
I like
out of me.
oh shit, what was Woofrup, the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay.
Yeah,
thing.
I've heard you talk about
That
this before
system
as well.
is
Like a good mix-
crazy.
good
I played a barber surgeon; it was amazing.
Know what you're doing right now?
So yeah, there's something about it I
Impressing
like,
the
you know,
heck
and
out of
I'm quite tied to Talisman, which I believe is also a Games Workshop thing. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I do like, but like Warhammer 40k, I couldn't get into
Know what
it.
you're
There's
doing
nothing
right
about
now?
metal
Okay,
spikes
that's
and
fair.
giant
I
men
mean-
that I
The
really
heck out
could
of
really get
Oh,
into.
I'm super like it's weird being an adult with a bit of disposable income compared to being a kid where I just fanned through the magazines going, oh, I wish I had that, which is a thing
And
that
they
never
could just
happened to me.
have
Exactly. With Magic as a kid, I didn't know about those things. There was no Magic magazine in the UK,
Kenobi, how's
right?
it
And there's no
going?
Yeah,
internet, so I just had my cards, my friends had their cards, and that was it with Magic. Where with Warhammer as a kid, I'd look at these massive battlescapes with like 5,000 miniatures on them, which were absurd and too expensive even for like an adult with disposable income. But I still, I want them. So, for example, like there's this drop pods that the Marines land in. Do you remember them from Dawn of War? Yeah. So there's models of those that when you drop in deep strike into like a battle, they pop open. Your miniatures come out, although you place them on the board obviously, and they remain in play as a bit of terrain. So it's a really cool mechanical thing as well as a showy thing. But as a kid, I was like, I want a drop pod, but I always imagined them to be really expensive. I just bought one on eBay for £10, like half painted. I'm like, oh, eBay and the internet. And I'm just like,
dreams coming true.
woo! It's just fun. It's fun. Whether or not I'll play it
totally.
much, I'm going to try and play it like. I'm going to probably try and get out of my local games workshop. And Teo, obviously, again, some people who are in the chat who might have seen old videos of Teo. Teo lives in London and he plays once or twice a year with his friend Ed, who's another friend of ours on the channel as well. So I'm going to try and play with them once or twice a year if I can, you know? So I'm going to try and play it. And the painting, the reason I thought about getting into it is that the whole painting and gluing and modelling and maybe even converting models and all that extra stuff. As a kid, I hated that bit. All I wanted to do was roll dice and get like huge hordes of enemies to shoot at other bad guys with guns, right? That's all I wanted to do. But now, the whole like sitting there, not with a computer screen in front of me, maybe just with some light music on or a podcast, or even if my wife's doing her arts and crafty shit on the same table, that feels like such
Know what you're doing right
a
now?
different thing to anything else I do, other than perhaps putting an EDH deck together. But even then,
14
that feels
months
a bit like a
study
labourer.
PK and him back
not
on
of
that
love
Uronic
anymore.
Bazinga.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. That I completely understand, and I think as a screen-free hobby, I think it is really good. Like I've been doing a lot of writing my D&D notes like on paper, as opposed to because I really got into that, but using my work laptop to do it. And like today, Kasha and I sat out in the sun. I was sat there with my book just writing a note. She was sunbathing. It was really nice. Like, and it's like no screens all day.
So what, you're right. So hang on. Before I'm going to ask you a question about that, but before I do, I just want to not go too far and just say thank you to Mox Normandy for gifting subs to Jar Jar Meme, Solodoc, Maples, Bladican, and Gledjahata. God, I fucking probably butchered that name. Mustang Punch, welcome back, my friend. I'm good. I hope you are well. Welcome back, and thank you for the 14-month streak. That's pretty impressive. Who else? Trouser Snake as well. 14 months, Daddy PK. I'm back on that unironic bazinga. Just so you all know, you can. There's the soundboard down below. Has add some more sounds to it. You can pay bits to say the word bazinga on the stream. And there's other ones on there as well. Just to let you all know. Anyway, Rob, my point was, did you say you're writing up your D&D notes on paper?
Yeah.
Wow. Like,
so I have a big sort of notebook that I buy for all my like major campaigns, and I have like it's got accounting lines in it. It's the lines in it are like there's like a little column,
like a little Excel spreadsheet.
Not an Excel spreadsheets as such, but it's got like a sort of like a big portion at the top, and then the bottom half has got like a narrow column, and then like a slightly narrower bit. So I can kind of like put notes down the side or like initiative voice down the side, and then write all the notes in there. And yeah.
I just like I used to be like a bit of a fanatic about paper as well, like paper character sheets. Because you remember when we started playing 4th Ed, we were like back and forth between paper and like the shitty character creator they had for 4th Ed. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And like now,
His name is John C.
there it is. So you just know, Rob, people can pay like a shit ton of bits to play the John Cena theme tune.
Yes, I saw the sound alert in the chat. I imagine that's what you were laughing at.
I didn't expect anyone to do it just yet, but there you go. That was the John Cena thing. It's a bit of a surprise. Oh, fucking hell. I'd already sort of started to forget that John Cena was coming. And also we got a toot as well. But anyway, I used to be like a slave to paper when it comes to like tabletop, but now I think D&D Beyond is so good that I'm just like, oh, it's just so good. It's like D&D Beyond
really good.
is. Oh.
Yeah, my brother's been he used it for our campaign. He got some of the other guys to do it now that Peter's joined our
Do
adventure.
you use it at all in like paper?
I don't know, like because I haven't really, to be honest, I haven't put the time in to explore all the campaign bits around it, and because so much stuff I do is homebrew.
Yeah, that's.
I prefer having the freedom to just write up my own notes. Plus, it means I can work on it anywhere. So
Yeah, I agree, and also the homebrewing element. There's an aspect of like having to. So like, well, you got to buy your books again, which is a fucking frustrating thing. They don't give you codes and shit. I disagree with that completely. But you're right.
Yeah.
Like when you homebrew stuff, it's you got to try and figure out how to add the elements. It's almost like a coding script almost in D&D Beyond. And that fucks me up a little bit, like where I want to just give the guys a custom, like an amulet that has a +1 or something, but I've got to figure out where to put that in a box and shit like that. And the weapons get even more complicated because you got to like choose like attack, not speeds, but like types and shit. So yeah, it makes homebrewing a bit clunky, but it has the option to do it. But it's just so good for getting everyone involved. My play group, as we talked about before, are a bunch of idiots, so they don't want to like manage anything themselves. So having a digital copy of their character sheet means that they're not going to like fucking lose pages and shit. But I guess each to their own. Everyone's different, and like you've been DMing for so long that I guess. It's very different to what you do normally, right?
yeah, definitely. And again, it's like it's an activity that I can do that doesn't require a screen. I can go outside and do it. I can get away from like all my usual rigmarole. It's like you kind of with the idea with doing the painting and modeling away from the screen, away from magic, all that kind of stuff. So kind of like it's a nice hobby to do elsewhere. So
yeah, exactly, and like closing points about this before we crack on with actually playing some magic. I'm just cracking my reward packs. I'm going to crack these 3 chests in a second as well, I think as well. But is that I'm scared that I do want to contentize it a little bit. Like I'd like to do a video where I talk about like the lore of Warhammer in a funny way if I get into it enough, and also like share my like models if they're not looking like complete trash, which they probably will be, but on my Instagram and stuff. But at the same time, like shit, should I put a barrier on this? Should I not contentize this because it needs to be an escape? And that's something I've got to.
Yeah, I mean, like you said to me earlier, always be contenting, but
and that is not that's actually like really shit advice, and I don't agree with it whatsoever.
Like it's like not everything has to be your day job because you're a content
Bonjour,
creator.
Vincenzo.
Things outside of magic, and you're allowed to say like hey, I'm doing something else today, so I'm not going to be talking about magic on Twitter all day. So that is
I've been shouting about Dominic Cummings for the last hour or so, Rob.
Haven't we all?
I've actually got I've still got that footage of me, you, John, and Spice It Rack for D&D, and I want to do some non-magic content this week anyway. So maybe this is the week, Rob. Maybe they won't announce. Maybe they won't announce another set tomorrow. Yeah, right. Well, it's just bad timing. It's bad timing. I should never have done it around the Christmas period. And then like a million things happened as well. And then the other problem was that it's not an easy task because there is like 20 minutes of black footage that I need to like make look not shit.
That's true.
So maybe I should do that. But again, at the same time, I'm starting to wonder whether there's a lot to that. Like, will anyone watch it? So if I spend like an hour, like several hours making that black screen look good and putting sound effects over it and stuff and trying to make it look nice, and then like 5 people watch it, and I'm like, and then although as long as I've enjoyed making it and we enjoyed playing it, that's not too much of an issue. But I don't want it also to sour my view of it, where I'm like, well, what's the fucking point? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that question about the Warhammer thing again. Do I make it into content that then might have some bitter elements to it because numbers matter now because it's my day job and shit? It's a weird dynamic between hobby and entertaining people on the internet, I guess. Yeah, time versus payoff is a big thing as well. Spike, I agree. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the most difficult thing I think that you need to. Well, besides the when does your workday end aspect of your job, like I always say that is the most difficult thing, is working out like what is content, what can I do, what is going to be worth the time investment. Do I feel guilty for enjoying something and not putting it out on the internet, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so difficult.
There's someone just mentioned. There's a fox shout. Thank you. What? Let's just said PleasantKenobi side channel like Poke Tongue, and people keep saying this, saying like if you want to do other content, you're scared that it will like detract from the current channel or detract from other people seeing it and shit. Like side channels are doomed. Like side channels are not practical. Like if you look at anyone doing it, the only people who successfully do side channels are either extremely large. We're talking like millions and millions of subscribers. Or groups, so like Loading Ready Run successfully detached their magic. Well, again, depends on your magic success as well. But they successfully detached Magic from their main loading ready run thing because there's a group of like 12 of them. Like, that's a whole different thing to one person having to manage 2 different channels. The back end of YouTube itself is not designed in a way like Twitter is, where you can go in and out of different accounts. You have to literally sign in and sign out of the accounts, like knowing your password. Oh, you know your passwords, but you know what I mean, authentication and all that sort of shit. It's dumb. So second channels, as much as it might have been a joke there, I just want to cover that a little bit because people have said this to me. They're not actually very practical in terms of like differentiating your content. And also, the other thing, before I move on, because I like talking about YouTube and shop and shit, is that if you have a channel that is doing okay, like my channel's doing pretty well, my numbers are up and everything's good, apart from, I guess, companions and the state of Magic itself. But apart from that, everything's good. But like, at the moment, YouTube likes me. When I make a video about Magic or with the right tags and stuff, it recommends me to people. New players are finding me more often. EDH players are finding me to tell me that they fucking hate me more often, right? So I've got that like momentum within YouTube. If I then go, here's my new channel and start again, I undo all the work of the last like 5 years. Not undo, that's not true because it still exists. But I'm starting afresh and not benefiting from any of the work I've done for the last 5 years. So
yes, you
in
can't
short,
use that as a jumping off point, and you
exactly.
dilute your energies from the thing that is already successful.
Yeah, exactly. It's bollocks. And Philbo, I'm not making the John Cena clip 100 points because it's so startling and so loud and so obnoxious. That's why I put it as the highest one on the board. But thank you, Philbo. I do appreciate you supporting the channel by firing John Cena music at me. EDH, yeah, hello Julian. Big shout out to Julian in the chat if you like legacy content. If you want to know like the best legacy elves pilot in Europe, if not like the whole community, if elves is even playable right now, who fucking knows? Wizards like to fuck legacy up, but Julian is your the Fox song. Julian is your man, but Julian's right. EDH is funny. Like I genuinely believe EDH players are the angriest amongst all Magic players. Like my video where I told people like just play less tap lands. My God, were people annoyed. Like I'm gonna do a whole response video to that. Because I have a plethora of comments telling me that I'm basically the bourgeoisie because I fucking said, like, people forget that basic lands aren't tap lands, you fucking morons. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I must admit, after I watched that video, I did take out some tap lands out of my deck, and generally they are better.
So here's the point.
The point that you made of like playing a land that is tapped compared to not untapped when you need it to cast like a critical spell. Like, given that half the decks I play are basically control decks, like, it's so important, and I never ever thought about it.
And EDH is even worse than other formats, not because of competitiveness, but because you sit there bored shitless sometimes, because you're waiting for your turn, and other people are taking a bit too long in some pods, right? And you go around the table, and it's like a 30-minute turn cycle, and you get to your turn, and then you rip a fucking tap land, and you're like, well, I guess I'm just going to pass the turn again. There's nothing worse than the EDH of receiving the turn, going, well, I guess I can't do what thanks for the fun. Receiving the turn, then passing the turn immediately. It fucking sucks unless you're like draw go control. But like the point I'm going to get to with the next response video is that tap lands that do something okay, like scry lands are on that cusp of I guess. I mean, a scry is good in competitive like 1v1 Magic. At a table of 4 people, I don't know how good a scry one really is, but like
I think a scry is good in EDH if you are like. If you you can save a hand, so you don't have to have everybody reshuffle up.
Yeah, I mean, scry lands are even better on turn 1. That's like that. Again, tap lands are just better earlier on as well, so you can then like sequence your lands correctly. So like you play fewer tap lands, so you can get those hands where you can go tap land into untap to cast spells on curve. And secondly, like lands that ATB tap that have huge activated abilities. I think like Mirror Pool, I think is one of them off the top of my head. Those sort of tap lands, right? That when you untap with them, they've got like 2 abilities strapped to them. Fine, because it's basically a fucking spell. But like if you're playing, and I get again, budget is a concern. That's something I have to address and talk about. But that's not my fault. That's Wizards' fault. But like guild gates, if you're not playing a gate payoff, you shouldn't be playing guild gates. Like that's just the fact. Same with even the life gain lands. If you're not playing a life gain strategy, don't play them. But again, I get budget. I understand that. But at the same time, basic lands cost fucking nothing. And I'm going to do like a 5 budget alternative untapped lands. Because, for example, the Tainted Cycle that you and I have talked about several times now across the last couple of weeks, which are fucking awesome for any like Grixis deck or Blue Black deck.
And also, like the other thing, I need to just mention this. So the argument for guild gates to play guild gates is that there are certain cards now, thanks to newer sets, that care about guild gates in the sense that you can fetch them. So you can like Circuitous Route, for example, or District Guide, right? So the argument is that you should play guild gates because you can use those cards in your deck, and then you can fetch out dual lands. Great, right? Except you're playing fucking green, which you don't need, so you don't need that level
Yeah.
of...
Like,
because
go
you have
on.
rampant growth.
When
you
you
have
start playing
cultivate.
green, your excuse for tap lands just diminishes to like 0. Like, there's no reason to play tap lands.
Exactly. If you're
Like,
playing green, there's no reason.
fucking, if you're a 2-color green deck, I might play a Temple of Mystery in Touch Over, maybe. But even then, I'm always thinking I shouldn't be playing this card. I just don't think it's good enough. I think I took it out. But like Phil was saying, in 2-card decks, I think tap lands, no, there's hardly any point. And I generally think like just loading it up on basics. Like I've been do this in the past, not playing off basics, but loading up on basics is a good way of just making your mana better. Like, so that you can... what was it the game that you were in with Tomo recently? Where he made us all go search up lands and he didn't have enough islands? Was that you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was the Joined Forces card.
Yeah, he didn't have enough islands in his, like, primarily blue deck.
Know what you're doing right
Just play more... Well, not just play more basics. Play more basics, play Tainted Lands. Fuck it, play Filter... Like, there are budget alternatives. I don't even know if Filter Lands are cheap these days. What are Filter Lands at? God, am I going to cry at the price of these now? Because Wizards are so...
Know what you're doing
They're
right
cheap
now?
online, I believe.
Impressing the heck out.
Because they've had a few like promo printing.
Gilded Cairn. Let's have a look at that. What's the price of the... No. Gilded
Graven
Cairn.
Cairn.
Craven.
Cairns.
Another one.
Is my internet like shit out? Can you hear me, Rob?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you, I can see chat, but I can't search. What is going on? Let's try that again. Let's just refresh the page. Is Skyfall down? TCG player, let's go.
Yeah, Jafar says Graven Cairns is the cheapest.
Fuck, it's so... Right, okay. But everyone's budget is different. But I think $5 for a fixing land really isn't that bad. I guess this is what's going to happen, right? I'm going to do this video and I'm going to get my my shit kicked in by EDH players being like, their decks are made on $10. And at that point, I'm just like, okay. Like, at that point...
So what? I play a 3-card deck that's cost next to nothing. Like, and I run a load of basics. Like, it is doable. Like, you just... Like, what you're doing is you're looking for spiky edges in a non-competitive format. You're looking for things to complain about at this stage.
And the thing is, as well, I wasn't even saying in my video that this is to get a competitive edge. This is just to maximise your enjoyment of the format. If you cast your spells on your turn on curve, you'll enjoy it more than sitting there being like, oh, I wish I'd cast this thing on curve. That's all I was saying, but it genuinely pissed people off. And in some ways that's good, because the video is done very well, and like my sub growth is very good. But with that comes more people being like, fuck you, Vince! Fuck you! You're ruining Magic by not reprinting fetch lands. One guy, Bob, did you see when I tweeted out that guy who was like, oh, I'd rather you spent some time complaining about Wizards' poor reprint policies or something. And I was like, I guess you're new here, because that's what I do. The irony being...
Would you like to buy my t-shirt?
Yeah, I think I was supposed to say I've got a whole fucking t-shirt campaign. The irony is, that person's giving me shit on that side for that reason. And then fast forward 3 days, I'm getting criticised for being too negative about the lack of reprints of fetch lands. And I'm just like, so... it's the internet. Therefore, ergo, you cannot win, because people will always be annoyed at what you do. Anyway, we can continue this conversation because I'm enjoying it, but we can start drafting whilst we do it.
Oh, what are we doing here? Could you share your screen, please?
Oh, of course I can. I forgot I hadn't. Oh, I need to open those chests as well. I did promise that to chat. Let's go. Could
you share screen first, then open? Yeah.
You see them? Cool. And thank you for the subs from T. Riley and Bobby O 2014. It was a gift as well. Thank you, my friend. Gifting to JBone194. So hello, chat. A bit of a roll call for who I can see. So there I saw Don't Open the Fridge. Hello. Spiky Spaghetti. MXGO3 Jafar. Hello, Jafar. Yu-Gi-Oh! 3D Master. Who else is it? TPZ Sleepy Lee. Lebo, I think I didn't shout out your sub earlier. Thank you, Lebo, and thank you, Full Metal 2501. I don't know if I shouted you out just then. I don't know. I'm losing track because life and existence is pain.
Yes. Hi, Sushi. Half an hour ago, I did see your message saying hi to me. But...
Oh, there's a fox shout. Right, let's open a chest or two. Or three in this case. Right, chest number 1. What do we get? Don't be a tap land. Don't be a fucking tap land. Ooh, extended border.
Hey!
That's cool.
That's our boy, isn't it?
Chat, if you haven't seen it yet, the last episode of EDH and Chill, Rob enacts the entire narrative of King Kong through the medium of EDH. It's I think so far, I mean, there's plenty of time in our lifetimes together for this to be usurped, but I am pretty sure that is my favourite of your theme decks. Absolutely, because
Thank you.
you went all out. You went ham, and then not only because it had thematically relevant cards, because that's one thing, but then to tell a story with like fucking towers and shooting down planes and shit, it was impressive. So yes, Rob, that was one of my favourite EDH and Chill videos. Decks, sorry for EDH. Maybe we should do an EDH and Chill where we bring back decks that people really liked. So Coglock can go up against, I don't know, some really obnoxious CEDH deck. You know? And we've got an Izareth as well, which is a card I like, but it's just a bit too slow. Oh, hang on, no, I'm thinking of Whisper.
I think this card was printed into a core set and was just like, it was just too safe on every metric. Like, the knobs are just turned down on everywhere at this point for this card.
I think it's. I mean, I might.
It's fine. It's good.
Deck, yeah.
But yeah, it's not brilliant.
It's no Cogler.
Cogler though. Oh. Mwah.
Here we go. Chest number 2. Oh, how many points did I get in that one? Fuck, I didn't pay attention. Mortician Beetle, which is rare. That's not rare. Right now? Fucking hell.
Oh yeah, and it was rare. It was a downshifted to common.
What set was it downshifted to common in?
One of the Masters sets, I believe.
Fucking Christ.
Mighty Fawn and Josie Vess.
And then Josie Vess, yeah. A card again that I slightly associate with you, because anything that makes a lot of zombies tends to be a thing. I'm like, oh, we'll play that. We'll play. Did you play Josie Vess in a One Tick video once or something with us?
Yes, I did.
An Avarice Amulet.
Oh wow!
I mean, I think it's kind of an interesting EDH card. Like just like throw it on someone else's shit. Right, let's start drafting. Right. Do we want to
Headshot.
Philbo, the headshot you use when there's a headshot, right? What are you playing it because Avarice Amulet was a headshot? Is that what you're saying, Philbo? I'm not like upset about you supporting the channel with the use of the soundboard, but I'm just saying use it responsibly. With great power comes great responsibility. This is Vintage Cube, my friends. This is Celtic Cube. The Cultic Cube, sorry.
So what's different about this cube than other cubes?
So this was a custom cube from a community member called Cultic Cubing, or Cultic Cube on YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel all about Cube. His videos are actually very well produced, so I would recommend checking out if you like Cube. This cube itself is designed to play like a unpowered cube, but with differences. So there seems to be a focus around like redundancy. So for example, there's lightning strike, but there's also like a volcanic hammer and other variants of that. So like the burn deck can have a critical mass of burn, for example. Reanimating, all the reanimation effects have been pushed up to like 4 mana, so that you can still cheat a 10 or 14 mana card into play, but it slows it down. The aim is to give so that everyone's interaction can be online, so the games are more interactive. It's meant to emulate. I'm just basically summarizing his article on it. It's meant to emulate Legacy in the sense of making games interactive. There are 2 of every fetch land to make the fixing better, but I don't know if Excavator is in here or Lotus Cobra is in here, because that obviously sounds fucking gas for that. And green is kind of the mid-range colour. There's a lot of 4 and 5 mana cards that give inherent value, or have flash, or have regenerate, or have hexproof to make like green, black have its like big, or green have its big mid-range plan. And that's kind of it really. So it's unpowered. There's some tribal synergies too. There's some tribal cards. There's also like a dragon deck, I think, because there's all these random dragons. Right.
Okay,
like Avatar of like WoW for the 4 months.
Let's
have a look. I think so. Verdant Catacombs is the obvious safe pick. Fenton Elves puts us in green, I guess. Night of Pack Amulet Bush is a pretty good green card. I quite like Chandra, and I really like Dream Trawler as well, but Dream Trawler is double coloured. And then beyond those cards, I guess Murderous Rod is pretty good, and Body Double's like part of the Reanimator deck, I think. Oh, the Mono White deck seems pretty strong.
Body Double, yeah, definitely a Reanimator card.
I think Verdant, honestly.
I think so too.
It's just really safe.
Let's see what's open. Yep.
Super safe. Okay, let's go super safe for Verdant.
Some people say Chandra, some people say Rider. That's cool.
So we've got a Scrubber that our Verdant can go fetch, giving us access to more colours. We've got a Wooded Foothills as well to keep going safe, which I kind of want to play that way. I feel like taking a lot of fixing and go for other things. However, I do really want to play with Shark Typhoon at some point, but that seems like a Storm card.
I think today is not today. Yeah.
I don't think Storm is a variant in this cube, so
let's take the fetch land. Let's stay open. Oh, Wolfbriar Elemental. That's a pretty good. That's a green payoff. That is. I love that card.
What does this do? Oh, it's the sneak attack champion. No, it puts a thing from your hand into play. Cheats things in.
Sneak attack on a body.
I also quite like Elspeth as well, but I think we'll hit the foothills. Let's stay open. We could end up hitting like 5 colours. Fetchable Savannah, Fetchable Sacred Foundry, off of this is of both our lands, this is of one of the lands. Quicksilver Amulet. So this is like the cheating deck. There's a lot of 4-mana cheaty spells. So there's this, that Ronus thing, Sneak Attack itself, that sort of stuff. There's like Carthus, Tyrant of Jund, and all sorts of nonsense in this cube as well to sneak in.
Okay.
So I think I'm between Savannah, Elves of Deep Shadow, but I also quite like Quicksilver Amulet or Ophiomancer.
I kind of want to go Quicksilver Amulet and just go like just get
Another
all the
one.
random big stuff,
So,
and then
okay.
regardless of what color it is, say because we haven't seen any big stuff yet.
We just passed. Oh no, we passed one of the insert a card from hand cards, didn't we?
Oh yeah, dudes, yeah.
Shifty Doppelganger. Exile Shifty Doppelganger. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you do, that creature gains haste to end a turn. Begin the end step. Sacrifice that creature. If you do, return Shifty Doppelganger to the battlefield. Wow.
Yes, let's take that.
That
Or
is
gifts.
that's another amulet variant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an amulet.
So that or gifts. Okay, let's take Shifty.
Like, when are you going to play this very often? Like-
Yeah, right. Okay, well, there's
Ooh.
Dragons. There's our first
Yeah.
dumb thing to put into play.
I like this. I'm down for this. Worldy
When it
Tutor, though,
attacks,
another good
you then
option.
put so it attacks. You draw that. When a dragon attacks, draw that many cards. When dragons attack, draw that many cards. Then you may put opponent card from your hand onto the battlefield. So again, it then cheats more things in.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
Also,
dragons attack.
wheeling out of this, we can wheel like Galta or Incubation Druid, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Worldy Tutor would be the best thing for us to.
Actually, yeah, Worldly's
Oh,
very
yeah.
good. I blanked on that. Yeah, definitely. So
It's okay.
Triome is pretty good fixing, and it's fetchable off of both of our.
Yeah, let's take the
fetches.
Triome. It's
Just gonna check what this does. This is the Hippo and the draw cards. Dread
okay.
Return isn't terrible, but I don't know if we want it. And Druid isn't terrible, but let's take the fixing. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
There's a white weenie aggro deck here that looks very silly.
It's so I think I think my video this week for Channel Fireball is the cube video, and I get very blown out by the mono white deck. Very blown out. This pack's looking a little bad.
Vendetta. Removal. That Banishing Light.
Yeah, I think Vendetta. Okay, yep. We probably want to just be like 4 color
'cause we're gonna get-
control with this
Yeah,
as our
we're gonna
finisher.
get. Yeah, because we're gonna get stomped by aggro decks. So
Well,
Well,
okay,
wait.
in that case, do we take Dare Judgment, Doomblade, Shriekmaw, or the fixing?
Today of Judgment, definitely. There are going to be there's more removal spells than there are board wipes. You're
This
right.
is double white, though.
True,
Know what you're doing right now? Impressing the
but
heck
it's
out
a
of me.
unique effect.
Thank you,
And we've
Purple
got
Bruce
like this-
MD. Yeah, okay, let's give it a shot. Like, we might end up cutting this. Okay, we've got a Dragon-friendly Wrath.
Or Scattergross of Fixing.
Yeah, or we got a Murderous Rider, which is a pretty good like modal spell as well.
I would
I
take
think
Fixing.
I think we took the Wrath. Like, if you
Okay.
order a Wrath last pack, and this Wrath's actually perhaps in the colours of other stuff.
Another one.
True,
Chat wants
yeah.
us to take. Oh no, we'll take it. Let's have 2 Wraths. Scrubland wield. Sweet.
Okay, let's take that.
Ophiomancer?
Ophiomancer, really good roadblock. Love that card. Much love. So we're going to stall out, control the board, and then play some huge stupid monster. That's the plan.
Potentially. I mean, well, World Tour, sweet. So
Yes,
like,
nice.
so like green, black, dumb shit. But we only have
Yeah.
1 piece of dumb shit. We've got 2 more packs
But-
to go, though, I guess.
Yeah, 2 more packs. Plenty of things.
This is like
Looks like a
Commander
commander deck.
deck. Sweet. That's the
Oh,
whole.
that's
lot
what I
of good
would like to
deck.
see on Modo. Fucking Commander Cube. Like, actual Commander Cube.
Well, I mean, we've got Commander Legends coming. I don't think it'll be draftable on Modo, but you never know. You never know. You never know.
Imagine drafting a Commander deck. Worry not, Vince. We will get Woodspine Worm. We will, but first we need to take this Kytheon, which is about as far away from a Woodspine Worm as you can get.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Thank you everyone who showed up to hang out with us. I appreciate it. I've been feeling a little bit low about just Magic in general recently, so it's always nice to be reminded that people give a shit and want to hang out. So thank you everyone who's here. I don't often say that very often, and I'm not trying to be weird. This isn't a bit or a joke. I'm just generally like, thanks. It's a good reminder that like the community is good.
Is that a battle ball over there?
There's a battle ball, a Carnage Tyrant, and I really want to play with him so
I
bad.
I
haven't
know.
played with him in
He's your
ages.
BFF.
He's my favourite Green Walker. He just draws. And the thing is, he's my favourite Green Walker because he does a fundamentally blue thing. I mean, it's green because it cares about power, but drawing like 10 cards, like that's the funny bit.
Carnage Tyrant.
You reckon Carnage over Battlesphere like just fucking wins?
Battlesphere just wins games. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's also colourless. There's also Ulcerating Night's Whisper. There's also Resurrection if we end up going like some sort of.
Yeah, we haven't got any discard
tribal,
cards,
by the way.
Yeah. We haven't got
We
any
haven't got any
discard.
discard. Not yet. We haven't. No, not yet. We haven't.
Yeah. So I would err on the sneak attack options.
Okay, so there's an Oko there, which I think will just dominate any game we resolve it in usually. So I think we have to take it. The second bit would be Garrick.
Is that Robber of the Rich next to it? Your screen's going a bit blurry.
It is indeed, but I don't think that's good for our deck. It's Oko. Like, Oko. I think Oko is like Garrick comes in at like maybe like a 7 on the power scale, and there's Oko over here like a.
Oko's banned in 5 formats.
Yeah, but I mean, so I don't think Oko's that good in it's good in Commander, like it's a 6, right? Like it doesn't come on the board and everyone goes, "Whoa, we gotta kill it right now!" But yeah, I think it dominates cube games. Like I think it's up there in pretty much every format, barring Commander. And even there, it's good.
Like
Survival of the Fittest, which is perfect for our deck because we can dump the shit in the yard if we want to and go find other stuff.
Yep.
Tana would be pretty good.
Some doors for
Liliana would be
reanimation.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wild Word, Temple, Resto, Fumigate.
I quite like
thing.
Paradise Druid here. I think.
I think that or Supreme Will.
Supreme Will isn't terrible.
Supreme Will is a count spell and a impulse. So.
Oh, I'm gonna undo. I'm wearing shorts that are too small for me. I'm gonna undo the top button. I need to remember that before I stand up and flash my cock to Twitch and get banned.
Paradise Druid is fixing, so I think.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta hard cast the Ur Dragon, right? So there's Pale Pasture. I think might be the pick. There's also this is the flash pump thing, isn't it? Yeah, and this is.
Maybe cast none. That's
I think it's Fatal Passage. Oh, hang on. This is a reanimation spell, right?
Very expensive one, but.
Well, yeah, but that's the cube. The reanimate's not in the cube.
Dread Return didn't wheel though, so I wonder if somebody else is in it.
Sure, but I mean, if we've got a survival, we can like turn 3, ditch this, and get a druid. Turn 4.
Okay.
No, chat needs to remember that's how reanimate is in this cube. People are saying like it's fine, it's not very good. That is how it is in this cube. Like, oh, there's our third payoff, and it's a pretty good one in case we get out of like Ur-Dragon Stolen.
That is a very tasty one. I like that. That is one of my brother's pet cards. Karthus Tyrant.
Why does it say it has haste and other dragon creatures you control have haste? Why does it just say dragon creatures you control have haste? Is that a waste of words? Anyone in chat?
Old templating, I guess.
I didn't even inspect the rest of the pack. That was dumb. What does this do? Oh, that card's sweet, but it's not our deck. Oh, Pseudo Grizzlebrand. Is that our fourth and final payoff card? It's better than anything else in this pack, right?
So there's a little bit of removal in trapped. Is that trapped in isolation, wherever the hell it is?
Temporal isolation.
Temporal isolation.
Yeah, but I don't even know if we're actually a white deck, though. Honestly.
No, probably not.
Oh, hello there.
Hi there.
We're going to wheel the other 2 Garricks, and we're going to be Garrick tribal big stuff. So Night's Whisper or Ulcerate. So we've got Vendetta, Victim of Night at the moment. Do we want... I think Night's Whisper.
I think we take Night's Whisper, yeah. This deck's shaping up
the
quite
next
nicely.
pack... Well, I think Chunky 3 Green Garrick was in that pack, wasn't he? So he's gone. I think. I mean, Resurrection, as much as... Yeah, Resurrection could have been a pick. But again, that's pushing us into like double white spells.
Yeah,
And although I don't mind having access to lots of mana in our deck, cards in our deck, I know that's what it will be. So Robber of the Rich was in the pack with... What was in the pack with? Oko, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So Little Garrick is gone too. 4 mana Garrick is gone.
Okay. Planning stratagem thing. That discards cards, doesn't it?
Does it? No, it kind of does, yeah. Puts cards from library into graveyard. This discards cards and then becomes a 3/2 flyer.
Yes, it does.
So
That is that to me that is better than that's the new Una's Prowler.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
just better.
yeah. I think it's an underrated cube inclusion, definitely.
Yeah.
I think the guy who made
cycling card draw or string wildwood.
Oof. Do we want the white splash with this? Do we care? No.
We care. Oof. White is open. Una's Prowler. Nice. Wow. We can always cycle into a white deck if we need to.
I mean, we could also we can do things like discard shit to this, and then turn it into an elk, and be like, look at the strictly powerful upgrade we just did.
Ooh, there's some dumb shit in this.
Fucking Christ! So there's the second version that I talked about. It's 2 of each.
Worldspine Worm.
Look, Avacyn. Oh my god! It's the who's who of reanimation cards. Avacyn, Grizzlebrand, Worldspine Worm, and there's even a Consecrated Sphinx. Fucking
hell! What do you take? Okay,
this is insane.
Let's break it down. Worldspine Worm will wheel. That will fucking wheel.
No, it didn't. So triple green Garruk didn't wheel. So triple green Worldspine Worm might not wheel because the green deck might be like, you know what, YOLO. Like, I don't think it will.
We can get there.
So Grizzlebrand is certainly better than Villas, but we do have Villas. I think Worldspine Worm is the best card here in terms of like actually just killing our opponent. So if we haste that out and hit them, then it leaves 3/5/5s behind. The inevitability is huge. If it just dies, right? So if they kill it, it does that. If we play Grizzlebrand and they just like go for the throat, nothing happens. We draw cards. So Grizzlebrand's the next one. This is also quite good, but again, doesn't do anything if they have an answer for it.
Yeah,
right?
And somebody mentioned in the chat, Neuropus, I've seen the highest chance of wheeling. You're right, because there's all the white cards are wheeling. So
yes, Avacyn and Grizzlebrand might wheel. Worldspine I don't think will, simply because of all the Garruks getting eaten.
Okay, take Worldspine. Go for it.
Because they also had like the 4-mana Garruk too, didn't we? So Breeding Pool is a fetchable ladder for both Foothills and Verdant to give us blues. That's pretty good.
Right, we really need more cheaty things.
Look at this big old boy. Yeah, we need things to cheat the stuff in. Here's another big old boy to cheat in with. There's Nature's Law for ramp, Breeding Pool for ramp into fixing. This is actual fixing here, and then we have our ultimate price removal spell as well. There's Entomb as well. Idle, cheat in Idle. Oh, what does this do?
That's 12/12.
When it dies, makes it 6/12.
Huh.
I don't think we want that.
I've never seen that card before.
Entomb I would like snap off if we had Dread Return or one Burial Rites. We have no other value off this card. This could just be a card we end up cutting.
True.
So I
would go for removal.
What, over the fixing?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're pretty there. Unless we are 3 colours, I suppose. We're bug, aren't we?
I mean, and also like some of our I think we do fixing because like how good Garruk can be.
Okay, let's take fixing then.
Weirdly, I guess Nature's Law wheeling would be great. Wait, Nature's Law could have got survived.
Farseek's pretty good.
There's Farseek. There's Living Death.
Oof, I love that card.
So that's a way we get shit into our bin and then we
Living Death out.
And, yeah.
Oh, yes.
But there's also a Murphic Looter. But we only have one reanimation spell at the moment. We need to find another reanimation spell or another cheater.
Perfectly.
So Living Death. For that reason, for what I just said, it has to be Living Death, right? Because it provides both a wrath and a way of getting things into play.
Yeah, I would cut Crux for Living Death. It does the same job, but better.
Yeah, I think I want to just play both, though, honestly.
Oh yeah, if we can.
Oh, hello. This flutters my heartstrings because it was in the From the Vaults as a preview for Alara in FTV Dragons. So I had a foil one of these that I just put in every commander deck I could for a while. It was. I don't know if we need another payoff though. Look at all these 5 payoffs.
I think we're good with payoffs. Yeah, we need fixing it. Oh, my favorite Nissa.
Yeah, she's also real good. Oh, Glorybringer's also real good, but I think double red's a bit of a tall order.
Yep.
This.
Top of the library at the bottom.
Scries.
Phantasmal Image?
Maybe it's Image or Nissa, I think.
People like Phantasmal Image. Quite a few people like Phantasmal Image. Wolf Hollow Thingamage Viggy is like fixing, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's ramping green. Let's hit the image. Give us some early things. Damnation, Garruk Relentless. No way to cheat anything in.
Another one.
Oh, Fibbo's got a point. Image is pretty good thanks to Survival as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is removal and it's got a survival on the other end of it.
I think we need to start looking at overgrowth because we've only got one way to cheat things in, and we need another plan here.
But also, the problem we've got there, Rob, is that we can cast these potentially if we get the big mana. I mean, maybe not this one, it's 11 mana. But these things, look at the colour costs.
Yeah, true. So, Garrick Tribal then? Pivot?
I don't think we're pivoting, but I think Garrick's pretty good at like killing a blocker and becoming a problem. There we go. There we go. This can put Planeswalkers into play out of our hand as well.
Pretty cool. But
So
how many of our payoffs are historic?
All of them barring World Spine. This is even an artifact. So these are all payoffs that I can put in.
Cool. Excellent. Right, let's grab it then.
Absolutely. Oh, do we just pass Sneak Attack? I think we take this over Sneak Attack. Like, Sneak Attack makes us in red. Right? To be fair, I blanked on it because I'm so off red.
Yeah, I didn't even see it.
Chat's everyone saying Sneak Attack. We don't even have to fix him for Sneak Attack. I guess we have this.
Go for the throat.
Do people think I should have gone 4-card for Sneak? Really? I don't know if that's correct.
Sneak might wheel, to be fair.
Yeah, that is also true.
Go for the throat. It's better than push.
Yeah. Okay, so do we want anything here for definite, or do we take the shot ticket in case we reveal the Sneak?
Shout out in case we wheel the sneak.
I mean, there is a Vraska's Contempt and there is a Terror. Vraska's Contempt kills Planeswalkers. There's a lot of Planeswalkers in this cube.
Is this cube? Is this league, isn't it?
It's a league, yeah.
Alright, cool. Because I would suggest taking the control magic if we weren't. But yeah, I'd take the land.
Okay. Okay, back to pack 1. There's an Avacyn, but I don't think we need it, honestly. I think Doomed Necromancer might be better for like just putting things back into play.
Animation. I love Doom Necromancer. What a card.
Ransack the Lab.
Yeah, it fills the graveyard, right?
We have 2 reanimation spells now. Sylvan Tutor or
Merfolk
Looter.
Merfolk Looter.
There's also
surprised that
Road. These are 3 really good cards here.
Yep. But I think we want Looter because we did just pick up a reanimation. So.
Okay.
Nessa, yeah.
I like Hellcat Overlord, but I think Karthus and Ur-Dragon are better.
Merchant, although.
Yeah, actually, Merchant might not be terrible.
Yeah. Whatever. Buried alive.
Oh, with Living Death. I didn't even see that the first time round.
Okay, so Sneak Attack didn't wheel, but that's okay, I think.
So Buried Alive combos with Living Death, and it also gives us things to get things out of the yard with like Nissa and other. Yeah, I think Buried Alive is pretty good.
I'm happy with that, yeah.
And include as like just a valuable 1-drop that we can have an alternate plan with. Okay, our deck doesn't look awful.
I'm quite excited about this.
Wow, imagine if Worldspine Worldspine Worm dies, then we activate Reach to double the tokens. That appears to be win more. Okay, so this is 33 cards. We're going to cut down to and play probably 17 lands.
Yep, I think it's definitely a 17.
We don't have much mana rocks, we don't have much ramp. We have like 2 ramp spells. So we need to cut 6 cards. So I guess let's start piling things we want to cut. Do we want to cut a payoff is one of the questions. And I'll put Reese over here as well.
I would cut Reese. He'd be first on my chopping block. I think 5 is a good number of payoffs.
So I'm going to put... Okay,
I want to look at our removal, ideally.
So I'm going to put tutors in one pile. So we've got tutor removal. Payoffs are over here. Cuts
graveyard stuff and cheeky stuff.
I'm going to put graveyard stuff and cheeky stuff in the same pile because that's just the way, like the engine towards the end plan. Right? So we've got Living Death, Thoran Temporal Gateway, Quicksilver Amulet, Shifty Doppelganger, and we've got Vigor Mortis. And I guess technically a dragon. Then we've got removal, tutor. Survival is both a tutor and a way to put things in the yard. So it does like 2 functions.
Yeah,
then we've got another graveyard thing. We've got
strategic planning sits with Merfolk Looter.
Yeah, as does Air of Vulcanwrath, Una's Prowler, Ransack the Lab, Buried Alive.
Do Necromancer's Reanimations, move that over to the left.
Where's that?
Do Necromancer again. No, you want it with the reanimation spells.
So I think we don't cut anything there. You don't have enough reanimation for Buried Alive. We have Living Death and 2 reanimation spells. And Nissa. Like, there are games where we'll just cast Buried Alive and then nothing will happen from it, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still a 5 out of board wipe, so
Yeah,
it does 2 things.
No, that's Living Death. He's talking about Buried Alive.
Oh, sorry.
Which is here. This one.
Yeah, I mean, it's an option to cut, certainly.
I mean, it's also 3 mana, put 3 cards we're never going to be able to physically cast into our graveyard so we don't draw them. But then it is putting 3 things that we're never going to be able to...
Go to 37 cards, yeah.
But it is also 3 things that we will never be able to cast, but we probably need to combine with our gateways to kill people as well. So maybe we do probably cut it.
I would say it's probably an option to go put on the chopping block. So then removal, we've got Go for the Throat, Victim of Night.
So removal, we've got Crux, Victim, Go for the Throat, Vendetta, Oko to an extent, Garrick.
And Garrick Green.
Yeah. I wonder if we cut like Night's Whisper, Phantasmal Image.
I would keep Night's Whisper because we haven't got a lot of card draw.
But what else would you cut? Ophiomancer? Seems pretty good against the aggro decks.
Yeah, true. But we can bring it in against the aggro decks. Sideboard card, right? It doesn't help our main strategy, besides just coming up the board, I guess.
Then what else?
I think we would probably trim 1 piece of removal, and I would trim Vendetta. Because it hurts us.
Okay. So what, I keep Night's Whisper? I kind of want to keep Ophiomancer as well, but I don't know what I want to cut instead.
Okay,
is it better than Victim of Night? Probably.
I mean, Victim of Night kills flyers. Flyers are a thing in Cube.
Yeah.
Ophiomancer can't do anything against flyers. But I think at this stage we're apples and oranges.
Maybe we do that and just bring in Victim plus Vendetta. Yeah, exactly. We double Black's problem, El Mayo. Yeah, then we just bring those in like against decks that we want more removal.
Yeah, we still need to cut 4 more cards.
No, we do. Fuck, my math is awful. But so we definitely keep doing Necromancer. I don't think we cut any of our engine.
Yeah. Cut Crux of Fate. Because we've got Living Death, which basically does the same thing.
Yeah, but 2 Wraths is 100% more than 1 Wrath. I think we cut one of our payoffs. Look how many we've got.
Okay, I would cut Phyllis. Whatever his name is. Or maybe the Air Dragon, because at least we've got... Yeah, because we've got a fighting chance of casting Karthus and Worldspine Worm.
And Villis. Well, Dragon's the only one that's uncastable in our deck.
Yeah, but Villis is the only one that is Slam win the game, right? It's like Slam, have black mana open, so you can't do it on turn 4. Like,
I don't think Villis is win. You don't win on the spot, no.
Yeah, whereas
I think Worldspine Worm and Mere Battlesphere probably do. I think we cut Ur Dragon. I think Ur Dragon's so much fun. It draws cards.
Yeah, of course he does. Let's cut Villis. Fucking.
He's better though.
If he's not fun.
He is pretty fun though. Draw 2 cards. -1/-1 a thing. I think we cut.
Right. I mean, it's easy to cast.
Do we cut Nissa? Is she bad in our deck?
She's not bad, but she's not good enough, I don't think.
Like, cut those 2? Again, more removal to put in post board.
Yeah.
And that's our deck? No, we still have to cut another one.
24 cards, 1 more trim.
Maybe it is Crux of Fate.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like 2 Wraths is like 200% better than 1 Wrath.
It's 100% better than 1 Wrath.
But in the decks And the decks it doesn't do anything against. It's just dog shit. Like, are there decks in the cube? Are there more creature decks than not in this cube?
Yeah, the green deck, there's a red deck, there's a white deck. But you are right. Some people like to play like creatures control.
Some
and
people
shit.
are saying ransack the lab. That's a fair shout.
I mean, ransack's basically a impulse for us, right? No, not an impulse. Anticipate with upside.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, is it different from strategic planning, or is it just functionally the same card?
Street plans, isn't it? No, sorcery as well.
Ah, they are just the same thing.
Yep.
So I guess we afford to cut one. I mean, which art don't you like? I cut the blue one, right? Because it helps our early game.
Well, I've just
thing.
cut Crux.
Oh, okay. No worries then. Cool. Right, so we want a bug mana base that's heavy on black and light on blue.
9, 5, and 2.
That seems okay.
So 3, 9, 5. And then we've got... Come on, over there. Okay, cool. Breeding pool in place of a forest. And then verdant in place of a swamp. Foothills in place of maybe one of these swamps. We've got a lot of swamps. We've got a scrubland is a black source, but it's not fetchable. It's fetchable off verdant, but then so is a swamp. So we have no white cards, so we don't play scrubland. Sheltered Thicket does help us cast Carthus. And it's a cycling land, so I guess we play it.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
that and Sapphire Terrarium give us a free red splash. Well,
Yeah.
I say a free red splash. A red splash at the excuse of tempo. Maybe we should be cutting blue. Oh, we've got an Oko. We've got an Oko and a blue. Okay. So like that. And then let's do some counting. So, not including Villas, because he is not going to be hard cut. I'm not going to include any of the fatties for this conversation, right?
Yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 black pips. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blue pips. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say 6, 7 green pips. How many black did I say? Chat, how many black did I say? 11 or 12. Chat are just going to say random shit now, aren't they? Right. So we definitely... So black is a lot heavier.
7, 8, 9, 10.
So,
10 black pips.
So 8 black sources, 9 if you include Foothills getting a tapped land. We've got 4, 5, 6. 6 untapped. 8 with tapped. And then blue source has got 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems fine, right?
Got that?
Missed Garrett when I counted. Oh, okay. Well, thanks, chat. That was helpful. I appreciate it. Right. I'm going to grab a glass of water before we start, so I'll be back in 2 seconds, Rob. By all means, have a chat to chat.
Alrighty. Hello, chat. So, where would you rate this deck? 1 being god awful and 10 being fucking sweet. What do you reckon? What cube is this? This is the Cultic cube? Cultic cube. It's a weird one. 7 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 7, 3, 4, oh dear. 6-ish? 6-ish? Cool. Needs more sneak attack. I 100% agree with that statement. Yeah, 6. Deck has Oko. Right. Dials up to 11, right? Oko out of 10. It has sufficient amounts of Oko. 8. Looks sweet, but I think it will fall flat because the power level of the cube is pretty high. Is it? Okay, that'll be interesting. Needs more cowbell, naturally. We'll find out. I've not actually played this cube yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's about. Are you a fan of the movie Spinal Tap? I've only seen it once, so I don't really have a view on it. What to do metal should I listen to before, after Binging yob. I don't know.
Do metal's just shit metal. Don't even fucking at me. Are you ready, Rob?
I am ready.
On a scale of 1 to 11, Rob, are you ready?
11. This is a crappy hand.
I don't know. We've got both a reanimation spell and a cheaty spell and a card draw spell.
Yeah.
All you do is find a fatty or a tutor.
Okay.
And we can cast all our spells because we're all on mana. Well, barring... No, we have the double green spells, I don't think.
Another one.
Also, like a good EDH player, I play tap on turn 1. Way! Winning! Oh, I pressed the horn MLG button and it just froze the stream. Sorry, chat. We'll catch up in a second. Has it froze for everyone else? There we go. Caught up. We caught up. Oh, toot that horn. All right, then. That was more of a fart through a fucking...
That's yeah, that was a post-curry fart, that was.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
There.
Hi there.
Just gotta find some fatties.
Okay. I think
That's
we
quite
night twist
straightforward.
first, though, and then we loot.
Oh, do you? Why?
Well,
It's got summoning sickness. If we play it next turn, we're not tapping it till turn 4. Should he play summoning sickness?
Sorry, I mean next turn. Sorry,
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, I'm with you. And I got this suspended, so.
Okay, boom headshot. Okay, cool.
The mukbang is going to come. I can think about curry now without wanting to fucking die, Naki. So, also the mukbang is going to be part of me testing, like, streaming from my laptop in different rooms of the home, so that if I ever want to like stream Warhammer painting while I just chat shit, I can. I can't be dabbing whilst I'm doing that though. That wouldn't really work. Play the doppelganger first.
Well, they just blasted out a hot, spicy removal spell, so I would Knight's Whisper. Take it easy.
Yeah, but they've got double blue up, so they either have a counter spell or no removal because they've played the only colourless removal spell, right?
Fair point.
I guess they can have Warping Whale. No, they can't.
Do you want to run this into a miscalc or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it then. Dopply wobbly.
Did they have miscalculate days? Maybe we play around miscalculate days. Yeah, I play around miscalculate days. I don't even know if they're both in the cube, but keep up mana for Worldly Tudor. Okay. There's our discard outlet. Should we put Shifty Doppelganger in the graveyard to get maximum value out of Living Death? It might actually be the play. Also, Living Death will get back our looter as well, which isn't terrible. Oh fuck! We can discard Shifty Doppelganger, Living Death both looter and Doppelganger back, and use the looter to find our thing to Shifty Doppelganger. It's elaborate, but I might get there. Tabletop Simulator Warhammer stream? Question mark. That's an interesting thing to do. I was saying this to my wife, like with Magic. Part of what got me super... I was always into Magic, but super into Magic was being able to play it like on Modo. Well, I played it at Cockatrice first, then Modo, and now Arena and shit. But Warhammer doesn't really have that. There's Warhammer games, but they don't replicate they don't emulate. Okay!
Ooh, hello.
There it is. Woomph.
Right, okay, so let's try the Shifty Doppelganger plan first. And then if it goes tits up, we can... Oh, wait, hang on, let's think.
No, but it only hits them for 7, but then we can Living Death it back, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Or do we play Heir of Falconwrath, discard Karthus, discard Shifty Doppelganger, and then Living Death next turn?
We can only activate this ability
once each turn.
So our turn and their turn.
So we do it on our turn and we do it on their turn.
If they don't have counter magic. Let's go Heir of Falconwrath. It might be that we might want to doppelgang before we... Or try... It depends. We'll see what their reaction is. Maybe that was wrong. What do we mean by Warhammer? Oh, Bathiki, I've just recently...
Do you want to discard something now?
Oh, it can't transform back. That's a good shout, so you can only discard one thing. Now, we can discard in their turn, depending on what they do.
Yeah, thank you, chat.
If you have a Conjurer's Closet, you can flicker it and then discard it again in their turn, I guess. Shaman Event's tapped, okay. I think I'm just going to play Doppelganger next turn. Because basically Karthus, the problem with Karthus as a payoff here is that If it dies, it's only going to end up doing 7 to them.
True.
Maybe we do need a dragon, because at least our dragon draws us cards and does things. They have 6 cards in hand. They have double white for a wrath next turn. They obviously have a counter. Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah, this isn't better than his prana because it can only discard once. It's not as good as I thought it was. Because if this gets counterspelled, it comes back from the living death, so we'll be alright.
True.
Oh no, I know what Tabletop Simulator is, Jojo. I just mean, like, you can in theory play anything on Tabletop Simulator, right? But I mean, it's not the same as having like a emulation system that enforces the rules for you, for example. Dude 4444. I don't know why you're bringing that up.
Another one.
And I mean, I'm not like offended or anything, but I just don't. It's just not relevant right now. So let's just leave Fred Durst being a dick out of it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So you can make the Carthus at the end step.
Mm-hmm.
You only get the double hand back if you sack the creature. When are you getting those milky lips on your milky monkey nips? I mean, that's just prostitution, monkey nips. And I'm not a prostitute. I'm just your favourite thought. Chat's been talking about Limp Bizkit for a bit. Oh, so it wasn't completely out of the blue. I hadn't seen this, so I was like, what
Okay,
the
Supreme
fuck?
Verdict. Right, so now we just discard Carthus and then
Reanimate everything.
reanimate everything back.
And be like, YOLO, look at my board, fam. I know I made a joke about thought, but let's not start making thought jokes now, because some people use that word unironically to get upset with women on the internet, and it's kind of lame. And by kind of, I mean very lame. Let's go ahead and living death.
Oh, I love
Bum,
this card so
bum,
much.
bum.
Get fucked.
I wonder what the cost of this card is these days. Can we do price living
Not
death?
expensive.
I think you're going to be surprised. Rob, it's only a few dollars. Okay. Oh, they had...
Oh, boo.
For fuck's sake, really? Can chat tell me how I was meant... Chat, in your infinite wisdom, how was I meant to play around them going Supreme Verdict into Force of Negation on my living death? How am I meant to do that? What? How? What did I... Chat, please tell me at what point I went wrong. Because I don't know where it was. Oof. Okay.
Come on, Oko. Good old plan B.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We can actually hardcast Carthage right now. So maybe we were the oh, okay, no bodies yet. Still, it's ticking up. You just need to draw a fucking amulet.
Yep.
But not the Temporal Gateway, because this isn't combo Temporal Gateway.
Okay, thank God for that. Yes, will save us.
We can cast Battlesphere next turn.
Do Necromancer, gets things out of the graveyard.
But that's 2 turns from now. Well, that's next turn, actually. But it can't block, so it takes 6. And then what we get back, Carthus, doesn't seem that good. I think Battlesphere giving us a lot of bodies is better.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go for Throat these Shambling Events this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Pick Necro and put Sphere in the bin. I don't know why I'd do that. That seems like just more steps to do the same thing. And also allow them to tick down the Liliana or kill it. Best in Texas. We're not going to call our opponent a twat simply because they're playing counter spells. Calm your tits. Calm your tits. There's no need for that, Sonny Jim. Come in, Shambling Event, if you think you're hard enough. In you come. Right, counter this. Pa.
Pew.
Battlesphere is still... That's cool, Best in Texas. That's cool. I appreciate the apology. All good. The problem with Battlesphere is that they just down-tick the Liliana by 7 and we just go back to being fucked, I guess.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. But I guess if they down-tick the Liliana, then we get to draw the amulet and fire off the World Spine Worm, because I think it's 4 to play and 4 to activate.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, something we hadn't really considered is that Karthus isn't game winning on his own, especially if like snuck in.
True.
Limp Bizkit is related to Soggy Biscuit. Limp Bizkit is the American... Something we never talked about on Idiots and Chill. I was reading like an article, I don't know, a Wikipedia page about Limp Bizkit, me and my wife talking about Limp Bizkit the other day. Limp Bizkit is the American term for the game of Soggy Biscuit. And they called that because, you know, juvenile humour is what we all do. Whee!
That sounds like bullshit.
What sounds like bullshit?
What you just said.
No, I'm 100%. Honestly, go look it up.
Okay.
What do you think the definition of a Limp Bizkit is?
I never thought there was one. I thought the definition was just it's the name of that band.
A biscuit that is limp.
Yep.
No, that's what it means.
Yeah. That definitely sounded like one of those things that you say. That...
Oh no, yeah, this isn't another Can Dog Smell North. I will give you that. But no, like loads of bands have like dirty names on purpose, right? Puddle of Mud is just about shitting in someone's mouth. I made that one up. Right, we're gonna bring in.
Right, what's good against counter spells?
I don't fucking know, Rob. What? Nothing? Like, there are certain things in Magic that I wonder why they push still. Like Flash, for example. Why do they keep putting Flash on dumb bodies? That's just only thing.
Okay, so...
Force Negation is bad against us hard casting our actual creatures. It's also bad if we get to resolve Quicksilver Amulet. We have to play around them having mana up and stuff like that. We can counter their stuff. We can, if we had like a, I don't know, Teferi, for example. Nothing that we've got that good against. I guess resolving a Planeswalker, or I guess the other thing you can do against counter spells is you overload the counter spells by casting more spells that they have to deal with. So I guess
that's one thing. I think maybe Reese is an option here because we could sneak it in under counter spells.
Yeah, I'm going to bring in Reese, Garrick, and Nissa then, I think.
And then let's trim the reanimation thing. I think we should cut Living Death. And Vigor Mortis, because we can't rely on those strategies to get us there. So I would cut that, and maybe keep Living Death and then cut like one of the enablers. One of the,
I don't know. They don't seem like a creature heavy deck. If we're Living Death and just go to 2/2s, we're probably in a bad spot already.
Yeah,
I don't think the Wrath mode really works. So
cut Una's Prowler.
Yes, we still have Doom.
I mean, it's a 3/1 flyer. Actually, to be fair.
Yeah, it's pretty good as Planeswalker for that reason.
Ransack the lab, yeah, cool.
Probably should keep Ransack over strategic planning because we have more black sources. Whoopsie!
Yeah.
Would I like to play first? I would love to. Oh my god.
There you go. No worries.
Do we keep off the power of planning?
Yeah, totally. That's our plan. Yeah, that's you on the right there, Gideon Chad.
Like
me on the left, Jace.
Yeah,
we're strategically planning to win this game.
I really hope someone should now fucking alter this to be mine and Bob's faces. I really hope we just draw Reese now.
That would be nice. Is this the modern cube? No, this is the cultic cube. Sorry, this is the cultic cube.
Cultic cube, that's the one. I wonder if I had a cube, they would use mine. That'd be nice. Oh! Ask and you shall receive. Wonder how many removal spells they have in hand, Rob. Probably like 7.
Yeah, probably, but it's fine. Dismember.
The question now is, do we strategically plan or do we make a 1/1?
Why don't we just do both?
Because making a 1/1 costs 3 mana and strategic planning costs 2.
Oh, I thought it was 1 today. Sorry.
No.
He's not
Reese
that
is good, but he's not broken good.
I think we'll just lean on Reese and make him burn move on it.
I think, especially with like the briefing that I gave as well, we talked about what this cube is. We might have done a bit of a boo-boo here by trying to play like one of the few combo decks when the cube is designed to be about interaction.
Another one.
So that might have been a misdraft on our part. Maybe through playing too much Legacy Vintage Cube. Oh, welcome and congratulations, Robert, your mother's brother, for building Legacy Lands. Have you built Bug or Blue-Green? Oust? Okay. That makes our planning a little bit awkward, because it's like, do we just want to grab Reese and replay it? I guess so, right?
I mean,
Yeah, I think we do.
yeah.
Surprise,
Got
motherfucker!
Guess who's back?
Do we think Double Masters is worth it? Asked Kerrigan254. So chat can obviously like chime in on this as well. But Kerrigan, the professor did a video today talking about the price of Double Masters. I haven't watched it yet, but although I've talked to him in DM, so I do kind of understand how he feels about it. It's like $300 a box at the moment. It's absurd.
Is it worth it?
We just don't know yet. I think pre-ordering at that price is kind of silly, because you don't know what's going to be in the box. They're showing some very good, some very high value reprints thus far, but that's only a few. We need to see.
Ooh, Ostrider.
That makes goats. I mean, Ultimate Masters ended up being worth it, and that was the same price tag, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is $300 a Warhammer army coming from someone to support some of the miniatures? That's an interesting thing. We're talking about Big Carl again, because I was talking about, like, do you still have some Warhammer miniatures? And he's like, oh, it's so fucking expensive. And I was like, actually, having recently bought some D&D miniatures, I think miniatures in general are expensive, because like casting and molding miniatures is not like the cheapest thing to do, right? Because you can't also produce them in super en masse, unless you're a big company, I guess. And also the quality of the miniature depends as well, right? We've also seen cheap quality miniatures, and this isn't an insult, but the WizKid line that's more affordable, those ones that you get for our D&D, like the official ones, they're quite cheap because their paint jobs are bad, or poor, should I say, not bad, perhaps. And they're cheap molds because they're cheap molds. Meanwhile, the higher quality miniatures, as soon as you want a decent quality miniature, you're looking like £10 for 2 of the fucking things, you know? Mm-hmm. So actually, I get that Games Workshop's expensive and Warhammer's expensive and stuff, but I think actually it's not as expensive as people make it out comparatively to other miniatures and shit.
Sure.
Also, best in Texas, I had to buy fucking stuff directly from Games Workshop because no fucker had this, like, even the basic stuff that I wanted available.
Don't forget to do your thing.
I'm going to at the end of turn, Rob. If you don't do an end step, you're
So
officially
you were
mid-flow. You are correct to call me up on it, because that is the sort of thing that would happen. That's not the right elf token, is it? Fuck.
Yes.
So next time we get to make a Garrick, and the following time we can make loads and loads of wolves. That's going to be sick. In the meantime, we're going to make an elf and kill. Do we kill the Roast Rider here? Or do we hold the go for the throat for this, or?
What does the Roast Rider do again? It's just a dude now, isn't it?
It's a sack out there. And it has escapes. So killing it's probably piss poor, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're better targets. Yeah.
Compared to other minis, Game Workshop isn't super expensive, but it is massively overpriced. Wait, but that's the argument I'm making. I'm making the argument that it is expensive in terms of like a hobby that costs money, but I'm saying it's not overpriced because you compare it to other miniatures. Surely, Zarthis, please correct me. I want to understand your point a little bit here. Zarthis, sorry. Zarthis? Fuck. What mess. In terms of my pronunciation, not your name. But like, compared to other minis, that means then you're talking about, is it overpriced or underpriced? If you're comparing it. Right? Like, that's why I don't think your statement makes much sense. Chris Van Meter is in the chat.
Another one.
Hello. Oh, I just clicked a button. What did I click? Fuck. Hello, Chris Van Meter. I'm going to VIP you, my friend. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I saw, obviously, the news on Twitter and everything. Are you streaming some more? It's CVM. Can I VIP? Does that even work? Who fucking knows? Come play on Idiots and Chill. I know we've talked about it, and you will when you've got time. But let me know. Whenever you've got time, myself and Rob and someone else will make some time for you, my friend.
we will. Love to have you on.
So yeah, I want to understand. Do people think that Games Workshop is overpriced or not?
Is it like?
Oh, is it hashtag VIP? Okay, cool. Thank you.
Like you have to have all the paints and the spray and all that.
So
There's a lot of shenanigans. There's a lot of
Yes.
stuff for peripheral stuff.
Like, I will not lie, like, it's cost me over £100 to get all of the stuff ready to start painting. Like, it's not like I've just bought some miniatures. I had to buy fucking brushes. Again, I bought some not
brushes, like a cutting board, a scalpel.
So I'm gonna cut. Oh, that's the
spray,
point.
like-
I was gonna paint off with cardboard, but if I'm cutting stuff, cardboard's not very protective.
No, you need a cutting board.
Oh,
And are you
fuck,
gonna
that's
get,
something I haven't bought! Fuck!
Are you gonna get one of those like aerosol spray things to be your base
Further
coat?
down the line, perhaps, yeah, but right now, no.
Okay.
Okay, are we going for the
Activate your thing.
throat of the courier? Yay or nay?
Yeah,
Do you reckon they're reanimator as well?
I doubt it.
Well, they've got both the big lady that reanimates stuff and a looter. I mean, both those things are perfectly reasonable on the blue black decks anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want them to outvalue us, do we? So
It's not value; it's more selection, but that's more much. Also, actually, couldn't think of it. They missed a land drop because it's just turn 5. They got value there, but I mean, making
prime
them,
response.
yeah, making them not be able to loot is pretty strong.
Did they top or bottom that?
Did I grab Citadel Paints? Because if so, rest in peace, my guy. Why? Like, I grabbed Citadel Paints because I was following tutorial. I'm going to follow tutorials online, and almost all of them, barring 1 or 2 people, use the Citadel Paints. So I want to understand that statement. I mean, I will happily. It's how I see it, right? If I'm getting into the hobby, I bought the official paints because I know they will do the job. Right? I don't have the knowledge or the skills or whatever to go further afield just yet. Does that make sense? Like. Yeah. Eventually I will. Eventually I'll experiment with other paints. Have you heard anything from Eager Raptor after talk to you on that stream? No, I'm gonna... So, right now has been a bank holiday. Can I cast this? I can cast this, right? But no, I'm gonna DM Eager Raptor and just say, like, if you want to come play some arena for a video, I'm up for it. Do you know who Eager Raptor is, Rob?
No.
Fuck off, opponent! Fuck off, opponent! Again? Eager Raptor did is quite a famous artist, animator. Is on Game Grumps. I'm sure you've heard of Game Grumps at the very least. And he did like Metal Gear Awesome and all these cool like animations that are like 10 or 15 years old now, but they're sick back then. Anyway, he was unboxing some Magic cards on YouTube randomly. I'm subscribed to him, so I popped into the chat and said hello. And he's like, "Oh, I know who you are." And I was like, "Oh, monkey lips." I was like, "Oh, sweet." And then people were like, "How much to get you to collab?" He's like, "Yeah, we can collab." Fuck off. Fuck off. So that'd be cool, because he's like really big and famous and shit. But also because like I used to watch his animations all the time on Newgrounds and stuff as well. Although I'm only 21. So yeah, he's cracking a box of Innistrad looking for Lilianas. It's pretty cool. And he's seeing like Delver of Secrets for the first time.
Oh! So close. So close.
So for 6 mana we make 2 elves now. Okay, that's something. Even though we know they've got Wrath in their deck. I can't believe they've had Force plus a blue spell both times we played a Haymaker. It's kind of upsetting. Considering they've done no looting, no cantrip or anything, it's just been a case of like have our threats lined up against theirs, no selection. It's kind of lame. He opened 3 Delvers and 2 Snappies. I was there for the... I joined just after the first Snappy. Yeah, it was cool. It was a chill stream. I stayed up way too late watching that shit as well. I fucked up my sleep schedule, as it were. Are we gonna draw a red source? Even though both our red sources are tapped, by the way, FYI. And then they're just gonna fucking counter this as well. Holborn, we have no untapped red sources. We have the red splash from 2 tap lands that was like a free splash, inverted commas. Karn, Scion of shits. Okay, so
Scion of trousers.
Oh damn! They're gonna make a. Oh yeah, he's a trousered one, isn't he? Choose a card. What are we gonna give him? Pacifism or Victim of Night? Well, we give them pacifism, right?
Yeah.
Like, pacifism doesn't really affect our board right now. It'll be a bit shit on. Oh, I want to see a box of Urza, so it'll be cracked. That'll be a blast from the past. That's the time I started playing with no sleeves on like concrete. Hup! Let's make some elves. Ta-da! Hup! Oh,
Aha.
Interesting. Wait, if I elk this, then Reese, I get an elk, right? Huh?
Yes.
Cool.
But I feel there may be better things for us to be doing.
Well, okay. Genuine question. What the fuck would you elk here? We can't turn a 3-2 into a 3-3. That's bad. I mean, it's not to be a sack outlet. If we elk this, we're never getting our thing back. And we can't elk this.
Okay, fair point. Elk away, my son.
I mean, we could elk this and they might sack it in response with that. I doubt they will.
They might. Although they seem pretty on board, on with on it when it comes to these things. So.
And now we can attack their Calm with a 3-3 elk, and they can block, but probably don't want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
You can't elk lands, chat. I don't know if being serious or not, but I have to clarify. It retains its original identity. That's dumb. Well, how come? Oh, God, I hate the layers in Magic. I genuinely don't think they work as they should. If a creature that's been mutated onto gets copied and becomes a copy of all the mutations, why wouldn't the elk property be copied? Exactly. Chronologs, those box videos that Aaron is doing is like that's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for me. So if I'm up randomly, my sleep pattern was fucked this last week. I'm trying to get back into like a more normal one. Because the elking is superimposed in the original types. Sure, so is the mutate, right? But I get that it's on different layers. You don't have to explain. Well, you can try to explain it to me because I don't get it, but I know it. No, I get it without understanding exactly the intricacies of it. But saying it's superimposed on, like, sure, so is mutation. And the game checks to make a copy, it'll see the original card, not any adjustments on it. That's not true for mutate. That's what I'm telling you. If you mutate onto something and copy it, it copies all the mutations as well. Things that are superimposed onto it. What I'm saying is that that's inconsistent. That's what I'm saying. You copy cardboard, not objects. No, pretty Princess Kitty, you don't, because that's not how mutate works. No mutate changes the card fully. The game sees a single card when it mutates. I know, we're agreeing. What I'm saying is it's not consistent between the two, right? There's an intricacy on like how layering works. That means that's how it works. So it is baked into the rules. There is a way to understand it from like a judges will be able to, but it still doesn't make any sense. Why they're different? Do you understand where I'm coming from, or do you still think I'm being unreasonable? Because if that's the case, we can also just agree to disagree. But I do. How do you feel, Rob? Do you think if an elked warrior is copied and only makes a warrior, but when I mutate onto a warrior, which you can do, but copy it becomes a mutated warrior, do you think that makes sense, or does that feel inconsistent to you?
That feels inconsistent.
Yeah. I mean, it's not unreasonable to say it's inconsistent, right? Even if it does work within the layers of the rules.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's why judges hate layers questions. It's a complex thing. Should it be that complex? Is the complexity of layers integral to the power and complexity that makes Magic a good game to play, or is it just a factor they've had to inherit because the game is constantly being redesigned and changed? Like,
but I think that redesign and change is what makes the game good. So I guess they're kind of one and the same. Like
is the game better for having layers? Would be my question.
Yeah. It is, but I think all the layers thing should work similarly.
Yeah, totally.
So there's lots of questions I want to answer. Oh, Mephistorian said, Vince, why does companion mechanic work in Commander if you don't have a sideboard but wish spells don't? Because that's how the rules committee have decided it works, alongside with advisory from WotC. That's the long and short of it. I don't know if you're asking it.
That's literally the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be a bit of a rhetorical question because you're just annoyed about it, but I mean, let's be real. Wish spells would break open Commander in a way that's not good, right? Like wish spells would only well, no, some people would use them for friendly, lovely. Oh no. We did see that game one when they discarded it at one point, but we get our Villas back, which we can then cast. 1, 2, 3,
which is nice.
Is Villas 7?
Oh, find out in a second.
He's 8. We need to draw a land. So yeah, I think that wishes, as much as I don't, again, that's inconsistency, but it's inconsistency that I think has a purpose. Like wishes would be used in CEDH to combo, and they'd be used to make your decks just better. Attach over having access to wishes would just be better in a more competitive way, not in a flavorful way. So I understand why Sheldon is. I'm on Sheldon's side for this. I don't think wishes will bring anything good to Commander. Rob, what is your? We haven't actually ever talked about this, I don't think.
about sideboards or wishes in
Wishes being able to be played in Commander. Have they got a counter spell for this as well? I mean, that's
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, why would they let us have it if they didn't have the counter spell for it, right? Or yeah. But how do you feel about wishes?
Oh man, okay, that's okay. Plus make food. Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's there probably is some kind of like fun interaction or some kind of theme interaction. You know, you're playing Aladdin theme deck or whatever, where wishes are cool to have. But I think it would do. It's like the argument we had with Flash, right? So it was fine, and you said it doesn't add more fun than it takes away fun. So I think wishes do the same thing. Like they take away more fun than they would add. So there's no point in having it. But then again, rule 0. If you play group's fine with it, then
exactly. Rule 0. But Ochre takes over games unless your opponent has every answer for all your cards. God fucking damn it! At least they've casted Opt now, and they're digging with Khan as well. So there is that. That means they've got an answer for Villas because they wouldn't spend the ability. Well, maybe they would. Maybe they would. But like, so I'm a great believer in just let's have the formats open to allow people to play with whatever the fuck they want as possible, right? But why are we
Wait 1
bouncing
second, Crotash, that is in your opinion, but other people might not have the same opinion.
Which is some multiple box answers that combo enables, in my opinion, because of the singleton rule, which is a powerful and traditional contractor because you can store the fourth copy.
No, I don't agree with that. It's not toolbox. It's not fucking. You got 100 cards to make a fucking toolbox. Like you tutor off an answer. You know, you tutor off a win card.
I also don't think that like traditionally wishes aren't using 60 card decks just to have the fourth copies in sideboards. That's not true. They actually have toolboxes. So whilst they do allow a toolbox, again, the toolbox just pushes your power level and pushes like... I mean, it creates interactivity, so there are upsides, but I think the downsides outweigh it. It's the same with that I believe that we should allow people to play with whatever cards they want. That's my main view of Commander. But there are Pandora's boxes that we don't want to open because although they allow people to, like this player over here, John, who just wants to play with, not our John, but a hypothetical John, wants to play with wishes because he played with wishes as a kid, cool. But then the majority of the community aren't going to do that. The majority of people who are going to end up playing wishes are going to play them just to make their decks fucking dumb. And why did I not cast Villas? I don't know. Because I thought they had counter magic, maybe? I think that was what it was. So yeah, I think you don't want to open... Like, Soul Ring shouldn't really be legal. And like, if there is, then the Moxen should be. But those are boxes, again, you can't open because Moxen costs way too much fucking money. And Soul Ring has been part of the format for years now, and they've reprinted them loads. So yeah, I just think that we want to allow people to play as much as they can without fucking the format up. We've lost Rob. Like, they're in full control. They have 4 cards in hand. They have a Khan. We're not going to resolve this for this. I'm under the impression that we're going to go to our next round. But I'm going to make a Wolf pass. So it goes. What do you think about wishes working, but only you can get things you own that have been exiled in the game? I've always liked that as a way that wishes could theoretically work. There's been a lot of talk of that, like getting exiled cards,
like reaping Rift Sweepers.
Yeah, exactly, and I like that. But again, it seems like it's such a drastic change to what they function as in 60 card Magic that I wouldn't like it. The same way I don't like how hybrid mana is a fucking whole different beast in Commander. Yeah, I agree with Pans on that. Rule 0 is... I think Rule 0 works in some circumstances and has its uses, but it is often used as a defense against discussions and changes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I think if you lead with that, like then like you're coming from the wrong direction. But like what I said was like, here's my justification. But if you want to Rule 0, then that's fine. Like I think that is the way.
That's how it do it. Yeah. Pumpkin says you clarify why hybrid mana is good, but in your opinion, but wishes aren't. Because hybrid mana doesn't. Nothing breaks because of hybrid mana. Literally nothing. Like there's arguments that maybe 1 or 2 cards might be a little bit suspect, things like Dovescape, for example. But arguably, and my argument is, the majority of hybrid cards, if not all of hybrid cards, would do nothing but allow people to play with the cards they want to play with. Like Kitchen. No, that's not true. Kitchen Finks and Murders for a Cat would enable more combos, I guess. But again. Like, those combos already exist for the most part. Maybe... Is that the same argument that I'm making about wishes? Maybe it is? I
mean, if anything, if that's your argument, wishes give more diverse combo options.
Yeah, because Kitchen Finks and Murders Red Cup are really the only ones that, like, straight up enable combos. Or at least give combos, like, easier finishes. But... how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... If I elk that as a 5/5. I can't elk that. This is not now. This is a thing. I'm getting distracted with the conversation. Hang on, I'm going to come back to it, chat. But now I want to cast this. It's going to get counterspelled, I imagine. So yeah, I think Kitchen Finks and Red Cap are weirdly the most problematic ones because of the creature-based combo stuff. But again, adding like 2 combo pieces to those combos isn't a problem in my eyes because those combos all exist anyway. There's plenty of like 2 and 3 card creature-based combos in Commander anyway. But that's not something that I see as a problem. So the majority of hybrid cards don't fucking do anything. Scrying 1. What did they sack?
Their goat.
The goat. Don't do anything.
Nuclear launch detected.
Whilst wishes would just open up a lot of... maybe they would be. Maybe I'm changing my mind on wishes. Have I changed my mind on wishes?
Give some thought. Make a video.
Yeah, well, I thought about making a video about it before, but it wasn't... It's not something like... The thing is, I complain about so many things. I don't want to complain about things heavily in front of people all the fucking time. Because people are like, he's just doing it for the clicks! Because wishes can be used for toolboxes. That's what I would like to use them for. But people won't. People just combo pieces in their sideboards as opposed to in the main decks, right? Like the bad cards that combo that you don't want to have in your deck.
Yeah. Yep, board wave incoming.
Yeah.
It might as well block it.
But if we don't block it... Oh, it's attacking Garrick. I was going to say we draw 5 cards. Remember that all wishes are just like playing a card and paying more mana for it. Worth it. That's not how wishes work. Wishes are like tutors for a zone that is away from your deck and can't be surgical or Predator's grasped from. They're not just playing extra mana for the card, they're paying extra mana to allow you to have access to 10 to 15 cards. I generally believe that the way they can make wishes better on the whole is just fucking reduce the sideboard size for like Commander.
Another one.
So just give you 3 slots and allow Companion to take up one of those as well, I guess. Like, you don't have to have... Like, if the deck's 100 cards, why is the sideboard 15? Right? Like, that would probably... But then
Another
I guess
one.
that would actually damage wishes, I think. Because if you only have 3 slots, people are just going to put 3 combo cards in there. But if you have 15 cards, you can put, like, diverse options in. You know what? We'll just go to the next game. This player just absolutely fucking smashed us to the point that I'm just like...
Lots of interaction. I'm going to run to Live while we jump to the next
Cool,
round.
I'm actually going to pee as well, so we're going to go to a away screen. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And I'm back. Okay. I think the other thing about, like, I mean, yeah, I agree with whoever said in chat that companions have completely fucked this whole conversation up. But, like, hybrid mana doesn't change how you build your deck. If anything, it just makes it easier for newer players to build their first deck, right? Because they don't get told later on they can't have Kitchen Finks in their mono green deck. But, like, Wishes are similar to Companion in the fact that they fuck up how you build your deck. Like I said, you can put the cards that were not like shit combo pieces that don't do anything on their own and put them in your sideboard. Like, imagine this thought exercise, right? Imagine if Wishes were introduced to Magic tomorrow, after Companion. Everyone would compare them to Companion as another mistake of modifying and fucking around with Magic, right? So yeah, I think they're more comparable to Companion than they are to Hybrid Mana. Do I have a headshot for 100 and 500? Oh, okay, I'll remove one of those, you filth. Get your discounted headshots in now, chat. We're into our next round. There we go. I don't know when that'll update, but that is now done. They should never have modified the rules for companion.
I am back.
No, they should. Oh, you mean the commander rules? Sure. Keep. I think we should have played a combo deck. I feel like we're playing one of my shitty in an affectionate way, shitty brews of decks that I play in other formats where like like Mono Red Tron, where you're just fighting for that couple of wins to make yourself feel alive again, and that's where we're at in this interactive cube. So we have two ways of making this battlesphere work.
Yeah.
Surgical searching a sideboard breaks current rules. Yeah, I mean, that's not what surgical does. The sideboard is hidden information into your mind slaver. Although I think is that changed now?
That has been changed now, I believe.
God. Interesting.
Prowler?
That makes me not want to play the Prowler, because we can ditch the Prowler to the Survival to get another fatty off of this.
Fair point.
So if our Quicks of Amulet even resolves or sticks around, if we do draft again, I think we have to draft a deck full of removal and like actually play a control or mid-range strategy. Or I guess one of the aggro strategies.
Okay, that's cool. Keep up that vendetta.
Yep, watch out for my fatal push. Didn't I do Mono Red Cloud Post? Did I do that in the end? There's a lot that I felt like that might be one of the things I started recording and never made into a full video.
Well, there's an answer if all the other options go tits up, I suppose.
Yeah, our deck seems to be firing on all cylinders of just drawing what we need, which is nice. Okay. I'm not going to attack the Powerless Druid. We can use the green to cycle something if, like, they blow up our Amulet this turn, for example.
Hell.
Yes, there is, but I think I did that. I can't confirm nor deny because I have the memory of a fucking Womble. Actually, no, Wombles are quite wise. Oh, this card should have been white. Right. Cool mid-range card for cube, though. I'm going to cycle this Prowler into a big threat now. We should put Dragon back in our deck, I think, over Karthus. I should have done that. Because Dragon here would literally allow us to play mid Battlesphere as well.
I mean, do we just Worldspine Worm and
we probably
go for it?
Or do we get Villas? Because if we draw a card, we can even kill the soldier. Draw a land, sorry.
Worldspine Worm's a 15/15 with trample.
Oh, I guess it probably.
Another one.
Watch them fucking play our planes and plow it now, Rob. Well, we don't have to do it right now.
Yeah.
We can do it whenever we want. I played Mono Red Tron in Legacy on a stream once, I'm sure. Didn't we? Did you remember where we loaded? Yeah, we played. Yeah, I think it was one of 24-hour streams. Because we went into a Legacy room and we played against someone who thought it was the Pauper room. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Oh no, was that? Oh man, I've played a lot of fucking Magic on camera at this point. Alright, so we're going to make a Worldspine Worm here, yeah?
Yep. Let's do it. See what they've got. See the colour of their money.
Surprise!
Boop. Kill it. Braska's Contempt. Braska's Contempt.
Should have got Villas. Should have got Villas.
Fairness, I would have done the same thing.
No, because we had black
Another
mana out,
one.
we would have killed this. Drawn a card. Drawn 2 cards actually. Because of Phyllis.
Okay.
Go
again. Hold up. Go for the throw.
Yeah, well, we can hold up making the Battlesphere as well because there's enough haste. Maybe we should kill that stuff and drawing cards. I mean, I get this cube's all about answers, but them having the exact answers, like here, for example, them having an exile effect, right? Like, how many of those actually exist in black? I mean, I guess they could have had Plowshares or Path as well. But then, like, game 1 against the last opponent as well, them having the Force of Negation specifically for the Living Death. I guess they could have had Force of Will, which might be in the cube as well. I don't know. It feels bad a little bit. Rather they didn't, but I think that's an obvious statement.
Yeah. The trouble is, to talk about like interaction, it's only one way. Like, surely good interaction is being able to protect as well as attack.
Say again, sorry.
Like the answers they're all only one way. Like, unless you're going to be all like stack battles. That's what you want in interactive cubes. You want ways to protect your stuff as much as you want ways to answer stuff.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know if combos actually any the way that like obviously like even the reanimated deck they've slowed it down, haven't they, to make the interaction better, which some people might prefer. And arguably, I'd probably prefer if I can adjust the way of thinking about cube. Okay, this time around they didn't have an exile effect, which is nice. Only 4/1/1s. I'll just fuck this off. Get out of here. Robert my brother asked me about legacy decks. I've got a few. I've got D&T. I've got Prison. I've got a couple of us that are like in bits at the moment. And Charlotte, which says, Vince, what Animal Crossing villager is your favourite? I haven't bought the new one. Like character or villager? Because I don't know any of the villager names. Like I literally have to look them up. But if it's character, it's KK Slider because he's a badass. So they took one of our cards from Gonti.
Mm-hmm.
Now I guess we swing out and then Living Death. If we draw a creature to dump into the yard of the Paradise Druid. Kinda.
Green.
Yeah, I was thinking along the lines of like keeping World of Tutor plus Survival up. That's what we need, right? Black, and 1 green, yeah. I used to play this on Kitchen Table Commander.
Oh, go, my mare. Don't forget, Worldly Tutor doesn't put the card in the hand, puts it on top of the library.
Yeah. Battle Ball was gonna like murder them dead next turn. It's gonna it doesn't have any evasion, but it's gonna ping them for like 7
8.
potentially. 8.
7.
No, 7. Unless they Oko our Battlesphere. Obviously. I mean, we're still in a pretty good spot. Sure.
Do we want a Worldly Tutor for Velis then?
Yeah. Sure. A Vigilant 3/3. Nice.
Cool. Just blockers to protect the Oko, I presume. Oh yeah, Pete's that's a fair point. We could get Karthus uses haste to get Oko.
So we've got 2 options, right? We've got Yeah, Carthage definitely does kill Oko. The Villas also allows us to kill like the elf, because we can make it with 1, 2, 3, 4 with double black. It's only the elf, that's not so hot.
I think
Trade
taking
Gonti
Oko off
for
the
our
board
4/4.
is a fair point.
Yeah, and I think also like if they don't want to Gonti block the battle sphere either, because they want it to die. Well, they didn't know we got a reanimation spell either.
Another one.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to kill Oko with Karthus. So having a hasty spell, a creature was good.
And they're tapped out as well, so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Good call, Pete. Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Holden. And then we make the Karthus. All our dragons gain haste. And then we need to attack.
Then attack Oko with Karthus, and then all the rest that who's it? What's it?
Maybe just their face.
Oh yeah, could go
Hang
face.
on. They block our biggest things. 1, 2, 3. They take 6 plus 7 is 13. No, it's not lethal. I just want to make sure it randomly missed lethal.
It's stuck up with you.
When you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with a converted mana cost less. Yeah, okay, let's kill it. This is Oko, these are all Vivian, sure. So they are going to kill the battle wall, which is nice. Problem is, Gonti's going to be in the yard now, unfortunately, but this is us with 6/1/1s and a 7/7 haster.
Yeah, which is not good for their life total.
If they kill our Karthus with the non-exile effect, our Living Death is going to be pretty good. Let's say hypothetically, how would I get you to play my Storm Herald combo deck in Modern? What I tend to do is I'll play decks that I think look really, really cool, that I think will make for good content when I see them. But on the whole, if it's user submitted stuff, it's for the higher tier patrons. We have calls to discuss decks, refine decks that are submitted, and play shit off the Splicer submission list. They have played nothing pre-main combat. They're going to take us a 3/3 Vigilant creature. Vigilance is broken. Wizards, please stop. It can attack and block. God, I want to play a decent Song of Creation deck. I really do. Swift End my Karthus. Interesting.
Sure.
Play your Murderous Rider. So attacking for 6 creatures here and then blocking to gain 2 life, actually just less than just living, deathing back our creatures and hitting them with Karthus in the air. Interesting. Gonti and Mystic back.
Yep. Feel like we got the better deal.
I think so too.
Another one.
If only Gonti was a dragon.
I was just about to say that.
You're going to mill us out if we're not careful. 18 cards in library. This is an Una's Prowler. A rare from Lorwyn. So, Gonti could have stolen... We don't have Crux Fate in our deck. They can't get Living Death. There's no Wraths that could have stolen off of us.
No, it's a little bit of removal.
Maybe they just slam a Villis now and we're like, oh no. That'd be pretty funny if they hardcast Villis. When I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they do. They have short back.
no.
They do, don't they? Yeah, this is
Another
the
one.
And this is the Abzan one.
Oh dear.
One time no Villas. Hang on, it's the 7/7.
I thought it was an 8/8.
God, if only Grizzlebrand hadn't confused the fuck out of everyone when it comes to Demon Lords, right? Oh, we didn't have Domination. We got I don't think we had Domination, did we?
No, we didn't. We
We
passed
did
it.
have this one though, which
And
A
Death
isn't in our deck.
Another
and B, they'd have to choose Dragon or non-Dragon, so it doesn't actually get them out of this circumstance. I hope they've got that in hand from their deck, Crux of Fate, and they're like, What's your favourite dragon in Magic, Rob?
Kyger, the Rising Star? Falling Star. No, that's Ryusu. Yeah,
Goodbye, Carthus.
the blue legendary dragon. Kyger, the watery
Yeah.
star.
Actually, now you say it, that makes sense.
Well, that was a pretty good answer.
Una's Prowler kills Ugin. Mere Battlesphere hits them for a whole bunch.
Tide Star, thank you.
Not the Vintage Cube, Luca's Trader. Right, Luca's Aider. Chat, what are your favourite dragons? I'm not saying mine until everyone else has said theirs.
Night's Whisper first.
I wonder if we swing first, probably not.
Cool. Well, that's survival of the fittest target, I guess.
That is true. Guess it's Phyllis.
Right, so Prowler and
Prowler, Ugin.
Prowler and Formira Ugin.
But
To
if
make
we...
sure it
No,
goes down.
they don't have a blocker for Prowler. It's a 3/1 flyer, so Ugin will die. It's on 1.
Yeah, but they can discard cards.
To what? Oh, to Prowler. Of course they can, Derp. Very good point.
So we can't guarantee, but that's assuming they want to discard the 2 of the 3 cards they got in hand. To
I
save
think I'll
the Ugin.
take that, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Right, so we get in with Mere Battlesphere, tap our Mere, hit him for 4, and then force him to block with Conti.
Yes, because they will have to. Actually, we could swing 1 Mirror Ugin, Una's Prowler Ugin. That way, the Ugin definitely dies, or they have to trade a Mystic and discard 2 cards to save it. And then tap 3 with Mid Battlesphere, because that'll be 3 to face and 7 on the board, so they still have to block.
Okay, cool, let's do that. Do we have lethal, says Night Owl?
No, because they'll block.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we don't.
Well, they'll block, yeah, they'll block 5 of it and then shrink this. As long as they
Yeah.
have cards in hand, we don't have lethal. How, so...
1 at Ugin, none of the rest, that at Ugin, and then that at them.
They might chump this with... No, they won't. They'll block it with Gonti. Do we even need this druid anymore?
Featherless. Okay, tap 3 Mere, hit you to 6.
So they can keep Ugin alive if they put Mystic in front of the Mirror, go to 4 and discard 2 cards. No, they decided not to. Ugin is dead.
Cool.
I could have swung 2 Mirror Ugin and the Una at face, actually. Perhaps. Prowler, so not Una. Shift Doppelganger, shitty Doppelganger. It's all the same to somebody, my friend. We keep the Verdant Catacombs. We can fetch a tapped red source off of it to avoid drawing it. To thin our deck, essentially. But Verdant
No,
Catacombs...
we can't.
Villain
Shelter
play.
Thicket is in our graveyard.
No, we have the Triome.
Ah.
But with a Villis in play, it actually draws us a card. Because of the life loss.
Sure.
So we keep it up for next turn.
Oh, you're casting first without cracking it for a black
We're
source.
gonna Quicksilver him in
Ah, of course.
and be like, John Cena. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Someone in chat would have to do that, but someone can do the John Cena thing. If Villas was a McDonald's meal, Rob, which McDonald's meal would Villas, or which McDonald's menu item would Villas be?
He would be a. Well, he's a box of chicken nuggets, isn't he? Because he's so Moorish. He just keeps on giving, but really, ultimately, it's quite bad for you.
Oh wow, Carlos is quite good against that. Players a 7/7 haster,
Yes, it is.
but they can't really attack with it, Rob.
Not
That will
as
fuck
such.
them up. God, I wish I could grab Carthus now. That'd be sweet, wouldn't it? Vince, I did that already. What did you do, Philboy? Oh, my favourite dragons for the dragon conversation. I saw a few people saying it. Dragon Lord Ujtai is my second favourite. My first favourite is Dim, is it? They're my two favourite dragons, Magic. Oh, I can go get the reanimated creature, but I can't get the Carthus back this turn. Maybe that's cool. Ah, no, we'll draw some cards. Fuck it. Here comes my big demon boy.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, we can survival for Phantasm and copy Deragaz. That seems pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great shout, Stone Age dude, man. Wait, are we
Yeah,
playing it?
we can do that. Because we drew the Ophiomancer.
However, the egg...
Phantasm was in our sideboard.
Is it? Did we cut it? We did cut it. Okay, we can't do that. That's what I was checking for. Okay.
Another one.
Well...
Nope, not black. There you go.
Here he comes to
Right,
fuck
crack first.
shit
Another one.
up. Let's go ahead and crack this then. Yep. They could actually mill us out if they hit us here. We drew a swamp. We can
Let's
get it.
try him.
Yes. Or just a swamp to have 3 activations.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we might need it at this rate.
Just we have nothing good to draw barring Garrick, do we? So whatever. Let's go to combat attack.
Yeah, they're on 6, so let's get in every point we can.
Hot dab! Thank you, Harry Otter. It's a great name too. So we lose Una's Prowler.
So it's
They
3.
go to
We can't
2.
shrink it in.
Oh, they're shrinking my Una's Prowler by discarding a Carnage Tyrant. Is this a Living Death incoming? That'd be pretty crazy.
Or is that just them trying to be safe?
No. Surely not.
Do we?
We can draw 4 cards with no end step. Okay, no.
Yes! Yes.
Watch out! We got a win, chat! Ba-ba-da-ba! They got some big old boy. Wait, hang on. What creatures do we see? Carnage Tyrant and big old things. We're going to bring in Phantasmal Image. They might cut their dragon because of Carthus. That'd be pretty funny. I'm going to bring Dragon in. Over Carthus? No, because we've seen a dragon. Let's cut Villas for the Dragon. Because Dragon is a 10/10. Jesus Christ. Let's cut... Prowler?
Yeah. Or Ophiomancer?
No, they got loads of planeswalkers. We kind of need bodies.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can go. Oh, actually, that's good points there, but maybe Living Death is just bad against our opponent, considering what we just saw. For those of you wondering, if you're watching at home or just watching right now, why I'm suddenly tooting my horn, it's because someone requested it in the chat. You can do that with your Milky Kisses. You can also go down below and use your bits to play random sound effects into the stream. I didn't say this was educated or big or clever. Okay, this is like fucking primal shit. Right here on twitch.tv/PleasantKenobi.
Another one.
Rob, what McDonald's item would you be? Have we talked about this before?
What item would it be?
What McDonald's menu item would you be?
Oh, me. Oh, blimey. I have no idea. I don't even know how I go about trying to figure out that thought. What would you be? Give me some context. Give me some ideas.
Sorry, just responding to Chris on the old Facebooks. What's the emote? What makes everyone go to emote mode for a minute? Oh, dab again. I think I already dabbed. I can't remember. I would probably be a chicken nugget box because it's good value. It keeps them going and it's saucy. Or it should be saucy. If you're eating a nugget box without sauce, you're probably a piece of shit and shouldn't be here. We're into emote only for a minute now. This hand is pretty garbage.
I don't know.
Actually, no, we
Let's find the little things, discard the big things. We can go dragon, discard,
We don't have a
do
black
necromancer.
sauce.
True.
Another one.
Mulligan.
Yeah, we can't. If we had a
Can't
black
rely on
sauce,
that nice
if we had a black sauce, it'd be gas. Okay, let's give this a shot. Let's
Okay.
put.
Thran.
This can't make Worldspan 1. This can't make Garrick. That's the difference.
A Quicksilver Amulet. And then lead with the thicket.
We also have Thran Dynamo plus the survival. Actually, no, we should have kept the amulet because we can go get fucking Worldspan 1. Although we do know they have the Vraska's Contempt, right?
Contempt, yeah.
Okay. How's your emotes, chat? Are you enjoying them, chat? Channel Initiate? Fuck me, they are ramping. That's what I should be doing. God damn it. Why do we play a combo deck, Rob? It seemed fun until we realised it wasn't good. Because winning is all that matters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like a big green mana deck does the same thing, doesn't it? You ramp in something big, and they're like, "Oh, that's a big thing." Counter it.
Oh, hello there.
Cool.
Paradise Druid? Yeah.
Yep.
And then we
Then
got
we can
survival.
strategic plan something into the graveyard if we want to.
We can also survival. I don't fucking know. I just don't know, Rob. We're back to
Let's do what we
non-emote mode. Which nugget sauce is optimal? Sweet chili. If we're talking chicken nuggets, it's sweet chili. Well, what dip do you go for chicken nuggets?
Sweet chili, yeah.
Oh, good boy. Let's talk sauces. I fucking love sauces. What is your favourite sauce, Rob? Like, what do you have the most with things?
The most with things.
Why did you laugh?
Nando's medium hot sauce.
Oh, I am on that. Like, sweet chili sauce and peri peri sauce, normally medium or hot, are two of my favourites.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is. I have that with more than anything else. Catherine recently got me into harissa paste, which is quite nice as well. But yeah, I'm all about the hot sauce.
I didn't know you were super into peri peri.
Oh yeah, mate. Yeah, hugely.
Fuck, how have we never talked about this?
I have no idea. Thran to Carthus?
So we can go, yes.
Or do we strategic plan? Or do we survival? Get rid of Carthus, get something else, and Vigor Mortis. Carthus back.
I think we go Thran first, then if Carthus gets killed. Also, if they ramp into Daragaz, Carthus gets better, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it's sweet chili dip. To explain, chat, for those who are confused. At McDonald's, sweet chili dip comes free with your selects, as some people are saying, but you can request it for 20p, I believe it is in the English money, to have a pot of it alongside it. So with my nuggies, I'll get 1 barbecue, 2 sweet curry, 1 sweet and sour, and I'll have a bit of those for variety. But sweet chili dip is the main one. Piri piri sauce, I don't think, not in England anyway, McDonald's don't have that. Piri piri sauce, as we discovered in another stream, I can't remember which one. Were you on that stream where we talked about piri piri sauce? The Americans were like, what the fuck is piri piri sauce?
I don't recall that.
Okay, that was one of the ones where I was playing during the week. Then, yeah, apparently Americans, it's just not common there, or like never been heard of. So Nando's never got there. And the sauce stuff has. It's so interesting that America tends to get everything before we do, but they don't have some things like that.
I guess Portuguese/African cuisine hasn't reached
Yeah, I mean,
a country that's so close to Mexico. Like,
sure, but I
they've
mean,
got that, yeah.
at the same time, I guess I don't know. We didn't really have much of like Nando's as a franchise popularized it, right? I'm not saying there's no peri peri sauce in the US. I'm saying that it's quite rare. Like Spider just said in the chat, lives in Maryland. There's Nando's there, so that does exist, but it's just not like widespread or popular. Where in England, like it's the fucking hot new thing, right?
Oh, it was about 10 years ago.
Well, no, I mean it's still that's true. It's not very popular now. I guess there are other sauces now. I guess sriracha's on and up. Ultimate price, my druid. Well, if we don't hit a land, we're in trouble. There may be trouble ahead. We can't cast a strategic planning either. Land! We're playing 17 of them. Come on. We've been good boys. Oh,
Yes. Yes.
So they can't just randomly kill this turn.
Impressing the heck
Well, they can't exile it this turn, sorry, should I say.
Yeah.
Go, Carthus. Be historic. Be historic. PK, what is your favourite Jewish holiday? I don't have a favourite Jewish holiday. I don't know enough about them. What a weird question. But thank you, MTGO Kid, for trying to create conversation. Although it almost sounds like a baiting question, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm going to call you out on that one. I don't know what your intent is, honestly. I don't know enough about them at all. I think mediocre chicken with weak-ass spicy sauce, championed by fuckwits. So Nando's gets a lot of hate. I think it's overpriced. Like you could probably there is a Frango's in my hometown, which is like a rip-off Nando's, and they replicate the same thing, but like 80% of the cost, right up to like spicy rice and halloumi on the side and shit. But like to say it's mediocre chicken when chicken's chicken, right? Like other than cooking it a bit too dry, I don't think chicken has much room. If I'm honest, right? Other than chicken is what you cook it in, so the sauces are important. Weak ass spicy sauce, you're saying? I mean, again, in Ithra, you're saying spicy in inverted commas as if it's not spicy. To say that peri peri sauce, like hot or extra hot peri peri sauce, isn't spicy because of your spice tolerance, is nonsensical because it evidently is spicy. Whether you don't like it or not, that's cool. But saying it's not spicy is like factually incorrect. Like you can measure the Scovilles or whatever the fuck it is in the sauce. Is it Scovilles? Isn't chili? Scovilles?
I think so.
Yeah, Scoville's in it. So I appreciate that you're on this like I hate Nando's bandwagon, what a load of basic bitch shit. But like sometimes things are popular because they're good, like or at least tasty. Scovilles. Did I say Scovilles? I don't know.
So I'm thinking Philip Schofield now.
No, it's a whole different level of spice. He's actually very spicy. He's about as plain as a fucking jacket potato. Oh, look!
Oh, yes.
Right, okay, we're gonna 7 them and they're gonna exile this. That's what's gonna happen. I can guarantee it. Incoming Raster's Contempt. Thank you for the sub, ML Cool G. Nano's okay. I'd walk past it, but wouldn't be mad about going. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't like demand that we go to Nando's with friends. Though Franco's pretty good because it's a bit cheaper. But like I just like peri peri sauce a lot, and Nando's is the one that brought it. How do you measure Scovilles? Scovilles it's to do with the number of a certain thing inside the chili skin and seed. So you have like a literal number of Scovilles, and then like how people react to it is their own tolerances. So, how much is a basic lunch combo at Nando's in US dollars? I don't know, but like a burger and chips with like single chicken breast is probably what, £10, Rob? Maybe 12? No.
Yeah, no.
After this game, we'll get a menu. We'll get a menu up and have a look. And we'll do
for about 12 quid. Yeah.
I just love spicy shit. Like, not literally spicy shit, but peri peri is 50,000 to 175,000 SHU on the Scoville scale, a 4 out of 5 for heat. See, it is just hot. Like saying it's not because you have a high tolerance is
factually
another one.
It's just
misguided.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Victory.
Let's talk about Nando's for a second. I'm not even a big Nando's, though. I'd actually, you know what? I'm saying I'm not even a big Nando's fan. I think I'm underplaying it. Like Nando's, if you want to sponsor me, I'm all for it, my friends. Fucking hit me up. Nando's menu. Let's go into incognito mode in case I randomly show my address or some shit. You know, it goes, would you like to deliver to this address? I'm like, oh no. Or my computer would freeze. God damn, I need a new computer. Can't open. Oh no, it's just open. Oh my god, I did the classic IT blunder of clicking 6 times. Now there's 6 other fucking things. Okay. Let's go. Nando's menu. Our food. So for the Americans in the audience, let me educate you on what Nando's is. Basically, you go in and you order a main meat thing plus a side or 2 sides. The sides can be coleslaw, rice, corn, garlic bread, chips. Now, what you should really get is like rice and corn if you're trying to, I don't know, look at your macros responsibly. But everyone gets chips and garlic bread. Like, everyone just gets chips and garlic bread because chips and garlic bread are great. Wait! What, Rob? What?
I get chips and macho peas because that's
Steph loves. Good. My wife Steph loves macho peas. She is super
macho peas
into
is my favourite thing in the Nando's menu.
We should. Do you know what, Rob? When this is all over, me, you, Gaff, and Steph will go for Nando's, and then you and Steph can bond over your love of nacho peas. And I can be like, well, this is pretty good. It could be slightly more moderately priced, but I'll endorse it. Those are fries, not chips. Oh no, I need an alert, a red alert button on my fucking soundboard. Where are we? What can I do instead? Super close up. No, that's the wrong one. Fuck, what have I got? There you go.
Bazinga. Bazinga.
We've got an American alert, an Americanism alert. Look, there we go. I got an error message from Windows, Rob, just to fill you in because you can't hear this. That is the sound that the world makes when you try to differentiate fries and chips. Ready? You listening? Listen close. Come closer. Right, let me explain why I'm making a big fucking deal about this. They are fries. Okay, well actually they're not quite thin enough to be fries. They are fries. Okay, but that is a subset of chips. They're not. It's not that they're not chips. They're chips. You guys call crisps chips because you just want to differentiate everything. You're too scared of being similar to the old world. Look, we made you, kids, right? We also did a lot of horrible things. Like, I'm not saying colonialism is good, nor what happened to indigenous peoples and shit like that. But what I'm saying is,
move on to the menu.
What I'm saying is, fuck you, America. That's what I'm saying, Rob. Yeah, chips, fries. Okay, whilst I'm saying fries are a subset of chips, Rob, I ask you this question. I want to hear your opinion, Rob. Okay? Mm-hmm. Are potato wedges a subset, a subgenre of chips?
No, but I would say that they all come from the same genus of fried
potato. That's the thing, right? So because wedges,
what is a Dolphin Wars potato if not a creamy chip?
Whoa, Rob! Whoa! Dolphin Wild potatoes are not chips. Right, here's what I'm telling you, right? Chips, right? You can get oven chips, but they're normally cooked in oil. Yeah.
Yep.
If you want oil frying, oil air frying, or oil, actually no, because I cook roast potatoes in oil, and I wouldn't say.
I was going to say that was going to be my comeback. I was bad. That was primed in the chamber. Roast potatoes. Are they just chips?
Okay, Dolphin Wild potatoes is obviously not chips, Rob. To say that is quite frankly absurd, and I'm offended. But are potato wedges chips?
No.
What would it be in a restaurant? No, because they wouldn't do that. But I'm saying this is genres, right? This is is screamo or is screamo a subgenre of punk or
just get to the
hardcore,
point. Is tea a soup?
We're not going down tea as a soup. Chris Van Meter's here saying wedges are just fat chips. There you go. CVM's on. Wait, hang on. I didn't pick a side. I'm picking that side. CVM's on my side. Wedges are chips, and here's my argument for why.
Right.
On a menu, at a fast food restaurant or an actual real restaurant, if we're going to get down that route of elitism, you would replace your chips, your fries, your oven cooked chips with wedges, correct?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't when you're in a restaurant and you're getting dauphinoise with steak fillet. Fillet? What the fuck am I about? Fillet steak? I don't know, fucking fillet steak, whatever.
Yeah, but you can fillet steak and chips.
You can. But no restaurant's going to say, would you like to replace your dauphinoise potato with potato wedges? No one is going to do that. And that's my kind of argument. The reason that roast potatoes aren't chips is because no one has a roast dinner with chips. That's
That's yeah. I completely
An
agree with that.
insult. Wait, do they even have roast potatoes in America? I mean, I know America has got a long, illustrious history of cooking potatoes. Again, inherited from like the Irish and the English and shit like that, right? But like, do you have?
No, they
roast
didn't.
Potatoes?
They believed the potatoes would kill them.
Wait, what?
So did we, to be fair. But yeah, potatoes aren't weren't the most popular food.
They were from like, I can't put a date on this, but I'm pretty sure from a certain point they're like, potatoes have been the most popular like root vegetable in the world, in the Western world, for like hundreds of years now, right? Like 1800s onwards.
Thanks to the Irish, yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody else wanted to eat them. Nobody else wanted to eat them.
Did we take? I mean, this is I don't
We
know
brought them
enough.
back from America, yeah.
I know we did, but what I meant was
they give you leprosy. They believed if you ate potatoes, you'd get
what?
it. Yeah,
Who believed that?
lots of people.
I wonder if there's any good podcasts I can listen to about potatoes. I need to educate myself because I also like. I know we taxed some of the farms like before. Like part of the famine issue wasn't just the part of it was us taxing them, right, and taking too many potatoes. Again, I need to educate myself about the Irish famines and stuff a bit better. But that's what I assumed or thought.
There are some, there's a lot of issues with. It was like in addition to all the issues that the Irish were exporting more food than they were keeping. So it was
as far as I understand it,
even though they were starving, they were still giving out more food.
Exactly. So the majority of famines under British or English rule or East India Trading Company, or whatever like company, it's basically Britain or England, right? Most of those famines were usually because the Irish famine was caused by very lethal parasites as white hot. The English. That's quite a succinct way of putting it, and I agree. But normally those famines were caused due to us fucking with the natives. Like for example with India, we went in and said, no, you can't farm that way that you've been farming for thousands of years. Please farm this way. And they were like, well, I guess we should do it because they've got more guns than we have. And then they did it, and then they didn't yield the same results because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. That's the first point. And the second one is then taxation. So whilst we're fucking with their agriculture, we're like, oh, by the way, we're going to just up taxes. I mean, like potato, grain, rice, whatever the local thing is.
Yeah, well, with the Irish potato blight, there wasn't actual blight on the potatoes that they had. They only had that one type of potatoes. Right. But the thing a lot of people don't know about that is that blight spread across like most of Europe. So it wasn't just Ireland, although Ireland was hit hardest. Like all throughout Brussels and France, they all suffered from it as well.
Oh, but so was it that plus our intervention? I imagine.
It was our really bad mismanagement because it was used. The potato famine was used as a political tool, and which is why a lot of people didn't do anything about it. And the things they did do about it were only to serve like people literally in Westminster, like at the cost of the lives of children in Ireland. So
we've got a terrible history.
We have a terrible past.
The point I was getting at is that potato is pretty fucking popular and has been for like. I'm gonna just go out and say around 200 years.
Mukbang stream.
No, the mukbang stream's coming. Anyway, can we look at a main and will it give us a price? Because it's a franchise. Oh, it does give us prices. Because normally with franchise websites like KFC and shit, you don't get the prices. Okay, so let's get some.
So if you would order burgers and chips.
Right, let's just go for like a chicken burger and chips, right? Which has got to be the most popular one. I mean, this is what the fuck is this? Specials? No. The classics. Grilled chicken in a burger with one side. So burger and fries, £8.75.
£8.75. Okay. Well, that's I think it was. So plus a drink, you got 12 quid.
What's the pound sterling to
just xe.com. xe.com. Or good old Google. $8.75.
$10.50, let's say. No, not ordering dinner sushi. We're talking to the Americans.
That is more expensive, I reckon, than you in a regular fast food outlet.
Oh, definitely. If we're
going to do it again, in America, you'd sit in your car and eat it, whereas at least in Nando's, you go in and sit down and enjoy the
ambience. Exactly. So it's not. I mean, this is a whole discussion
it's
itself.
Strictly comparable.
Like,
so much. The reason why American food is so cheap.
So the definition of fast food. The definition of fast food. Let's get. Hang on. I'm going to get it up because it's actually quite interesting. Definition of fast food, because Nando's isn't fast food. Yeah, here we go. So, this isn't the full one that I knew of, but it's similar. Easily prepared processed food served in snack bars and restaurants as a quick meal to be taken away. Right? the point, and one of the key things as well when discussing, because I was watching a documentary about the origins of fast food recently, is that a lot of the time, or at least until very recently, the ingredients need to be processed elsewhere and reheatable or cookable on premises. So you get your burger patties delivered to the store, you get your chicken nuggets delivered to the store, and so on and so on and so on. Nando's isn't doing that. Nando's,
they cook it on site, don't they?
Yeah, they have the marinades are processed elsewhere. I guess there's an argument like a real restaurant would like make marinades on site. I guess, but that's kind of bollocks. They marinate and they cook there and then. Also, Nando's will stop production on one of their grills, clean that grill, and then cook things fresh if they know you've got an allergy. Like I've seen people talk about this before. I've never had this done, but so you got an allergy to, I don't know, the lemongrass or some shit that's in like one of the sauces. They will clean up a grill, especially for you. If you've got a nut allergy, just to get it away from there. The whole reason being that they're meant to like be as inclusive as possible, and I've heard good stories of people being able to have that done if they say I've got a nut allergy, because they have nuts in some of the things, don't they, and shit, you know. So they're meant to be quite good about that. Don't, again, anecdotal came from other people. So people are saying usually not since it's takeaway, but it's fresh. I'd say fast food is when you walk up to the till and get food there, be it takeaway or eating there afterwards. It's prepared ahead of time and heated up. Exactly, Darian. Like, that's exactly what I'm getting at. Like that's why I
like to think you have the option to take it away. So like, you know, something that is in some kind of receptacle to be able to leave the premises, because not everywhere does that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know if we need that as part of the definition of fast food, but it's predominantly like the case, right? Like, like actually, that's an interesting point. Do Five Guys create their burger patties on site? Does that make them not fast food? Fast food is a drive-through. I know, not necessarily.
4 different full art lightning bolts is the 5th secret layer of the day, titled MTGO, available June 4th.
Okay. More fucking secret layers.
4 lightning bolts. It's 4 different really cool lightning bolts.
Are these on Mythic Spoiler?
I saw on Hipsters. So.
Just seeing if any of the sites that I use regularly. Did Hipsters spoil it, did they?
Well, I saw the news was on Hipsters. So on Twitter. Martin User, I believe, spoiled it. It was 4 minutes ago.
Well, they should have an article up right now. Fuck it. I really like the newer giant that looks like a cane.
X-Men character, doesn't he?
Yeah. That is Rob Liefeld X-Men right there, right?
I don't know, let's see the hands.
No, they're hands and feet. That's the thing. But someone on Twitter did say it when I joked about that. Someone did say, they are cat hands and feet, so.
Okay, that's good. Were we supposed to be cubing?
Yeah, but I mean, streams are more fun when they're dynamic, right? Right. I'm going to grab some water. What I'm going to do while I grab water... Oh, I was going to leave a picture of Nando's chicken up on screen. Hang on, let me get one. Nando's chicken. I just don't... Do you know what I don't really understand? I get it's a bit pricier than your average fast food, inverted commas, but like, why does it get such fucking hate? Is it because it's a basic bitch thing? Right? Is it people want to feel superior? Is that why?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's just like, it's people just being contrary, isn't it?
Magic players being contrary? Who would have thought? Oh, I want the image. Come on. There we go. Oh, it's a bit blurry, but does that make you hungry, Rob?
It really does.
Right. I will be right back. I'm just grab some water.
Okay.
By all means, Rob, feel free to chat or get some. Or are you sticking around?
I will stick around, chat.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Right. Chat, ask me anything. What's my favourite type of potatoes? King Edwards. What did you have for your last meal? I have quick pasta. I have quick pasta every Monday, so I can make it to the stream. What would you want for your last meal? I would want for my last meal. Oh, that's a really hard question. I don't even know. Cheesecake, probably. Where should I look for the bolt there? Hipsters in like 5 minutes, or just Twitter now? Yeah. What's why hasn't Vince invited you to Nando's before now? Because we haven't talked about it until now. What spice is your Nando's? I'm a medium man. Deep fried Fletchlands? Yes. If you were helping Vince like all the time, would you? All the time, what would you be doing instead? What? I don't understand the question. Well, as a 5e player, I'm not a 5e player. What level should a rogue wait to multiclass into 2 levels of wizard? Fourth? Question mark, question mark, question mark? No idea, don't min-max, don't know. What MTG specific fantasy race is the sexiest? Orc, obviously.
Rob. Okay,
Yes.
I found out this fact about magic. So many fantasy things. Warhammer lore that blew my mind and is so fucking dumb. I just want to see what your first reaction to it is. Okay. So, firstly, the orcs. This is the one that's normal, and then we go to the weird one. All the orcs have like an inherent psychic connection.
Yeah, they're a
energy.
mushroom-based life form.
Oh, you know the mushroom thing.
Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know. How did you? Of course you do. How did you know that?
I don't know. I just do. I thought everybody knew that.
No, I knew all about the ward and that
I
shit.
like the orcs. The orcs in Warhammer are very fun. They remind me. They're like I like their contraptions and their design.
Yeah,
is
like
very
initially when I heard it was done, but now I've slept on it. I'm like, actually, you know what? I think that's really cool. Like, if you didn't have to paint like 40 miniatures per squad, I'd probably collect some. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the mushroom thing. You can carry on answering your questions now. I'm gonna take our first couple of turns to do that.
I've lost.
Also, they said that orcs wasn't magic specific, so you failed. You need to.
Okay. Favorite color combo? Oh, so favorite MTG specific fantasy changeling, because they can be anything. There you go. Favorite color combo at EDH? Black. Could you take Kenobi in so I can get to his page? I cannot seem to
What?
See it on my stream newsfeed yet. I don't know.
Could you tag Kenobi in so I can go to his page?
Oh, I see. You want me to tag the tweet that is the thing. Yeah, okay, sure. Did anyone here pick up Civ 6? I don't know. Hey Rob, why is Vince so Vince-like? Because he's Vince. That's a stupid question.
Oh shit, Sushi, is Civ 6 still available?
But available where? For what?
It's free on the Epic Store. Exactly. I'm thinking I might even make a video.
Don't make me put it. I don't want to put it on my Epic Store, really.
Exactly. Neither do I, but it's free.
It is free. I really, 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 really want to play that game
until Thursday. I thought it was So today's the 25th. Oh, cool. I'll pick up later today because I kind of want to do a video where I do a let's play. Or no, two options. One is I want to stream like for a few days a week.
Oh my god,
2
it's
weeks.
free! It's so free.
Exactly. I want to do a campaign where I stream it, also, or do some content. I just love Civ. But again, I'm a Civ player that isn't min-maxing in a way, like we're talking about.
Yeah, me neither. I've played a lot of Civ 5. Oh, I'm trying to get all the achievements on Civ 5. That's my ongoing 200-hour.
Yeah, but so Civ. So last week, Rob, it was fucking GTA 5 was free. Now it's Civ 6. I think we know what the next one is as well. Basically, Epic are throwing money. Yeah. Shimura said it. I hate Epic. But I would take any. Oh no, you're not saying. I thought you were. They're just throwing money out to get all this stuff for free and be like, please come to our platform.
Oh yes, Pete in with the save. He's already got it, and I can use his Steam. Yes, no Epic Steam, no Epic Store for me.
And if that breaks terms of service, I don't endorse it.
Absolutely not.
Moving on. I love how when Epic, they don't release games for free. They pay other publishers to release their games for free on their platform. It's a bit different.
Know what you're doing right now? Impressing the heck out of me.
Like, what was the reason that everyone hated Epic Games originally? Is the client just dog shit? Because I can't actually remember what the controversy was. It was so fucking. There's gaming controversies almost as often as there's Magic controversies, right?
Yeah, I
know what
don't
you're
know.
Doing right now? Impressing the heck out of me.
Like,
oh, it's the exclusivity thing. That's starting to ring a bell now. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the subs, Suzanne. Suzanne is my alias. That was easy when I actually read the name. And 22 ounces, 22 OZs. OZ, yo! I'm gonna play a shifty doppelganger.
Oh, who the fuck on the Epic Games Store has taken my username?
Oops.
What a twat, whoever you are.
Well, that might just be by chance.
Yeah, they're out to get me. There we go.
Remand. Oh. Yeah, I agree. But like, I'm old enough, but I'm only 21, to remember when everyone was mad at Steam, right? When Steam came out with Half-Life 2, or launched fully with Half-Life 2, it may have been around, but maybe a little bit before that, in like beta and shit. People were going fucking ape shit, and they hated it. And then Steam became the God's gift to gaming, and now it's fell from grace somewhat, but still is pretty much the most popular one. So Steam was it horrible at first?
I've never. There's never been a time where I've looked at Steam and think this is horrible. Like, cause
Yeah, but again, but I'm trying to think whether I'm looking at it through rose-tinted glasses, right? Like, perhaps I'm forgetting how bad it was at the time because I just installed Half-Life 2 and played nothing else. It's that argument for the prequel trilogy, isn't it? It wasn't so bad at the time, but everyone remembers it badly, but the other way around. You know, like, Steam's great now, but it was shit back then. But I'm wondering if that is, again, people remembering everyone's reaction to it. Because no one wanted to install, basically, what everyone was accusing of being, which is DRM, right?
I mean, yeah. Okay, yes, I remember that. I mean, I personally didn't, like, I didn't even know that much about DRM at the time, so it never really bothered me. And now that I know now, it's such a part of my life that it, you know...
It's like everyone being upset about Valorant's like rather intrusive what's what I'm looking for, anti cheating software shit, and I'm wondering if in like 4 years everyone will have that shit installed on everyone's computers and fuck everything up. You guys remember a GIF with the Steam logo jumping in and out of an arsehole? I remember it not being great. Like, I do remember it being like, here's this new extra clunky step. Like, we went from installing our Valve games and just loading them off desktop to having to load up this fucking thing that connected.
Yeah, I remember that. When I used to play Day of Defeat, that was a thing. But it opened up us to play within cross server stuff, and it was kind of cool.
The other thing as well, don't forget, is that maybe context is important here, right? Like, Steam was probably received quite badly because everyone's connections were shit. Like, at the point that Half-Life 2 came out...
point, yeah.
Grumble. At the time that Half-Life 2 came out, like, I remember I was one of the few kids at school who managed to convince their parents that broadband was important. And it was important for me to play video games. Actually, no, that might have been after Half-Life 2. I remember playing Unreal Tournament, the first one, the very first one on 56k dial-up, and Medal of Honor Allied Assault on dial-up. And I got broadband around the time of Allied Assault. I don't know if Allied Assault came out before or after. No, definitely came out before because it's the Quake 3 engine.
Yeah.
I'm only 21, kids. Only 21.
That was a very busy few early years for you.
Yes, I was just a young, sprightly, playing in a Call of Duty 1 clan. So
what were we up against here? Blue white control. So I guess we can take the creature.
Any cube where the dominant archetype was going to be control makes me want to fucking die.
Yeah, I agree. Because either you'll end up fighting control with your cool deck, or you'll end up inevitably drafting the shitter version of control. So you'll get the slightly slower counter spells and the slightly worse planeswalkers, and they're just like Elspeth, counter your thing, kill you.
I like how Woob was saying, did you ever play COD 2 back when they only did World War II games? But to me, Call of Duty is still, in my head, it's still a franchise where it was like predominantly World War II. We've only just got to the point where they've made more non-World War II games, right? Because obviously Modern Warfare was the first non-World War game. So we have Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, 3 Black Ops titles. And I guess World was World War II. What was one in Vietnam? Was that Black Ops? Chat? Was that Black Ops? That's 5,
Black
right?
Ops, yeah.
Well, they had 1, 2, 3. 3 wasn't really Call of Duty game, let's be real. World at War. Oh, maybe I'm wrong then. Fuck, that's 5v4.
Another one.
Oh, and then we've got the new Modern Warfare. So that's 6. Fuck. Oh, Infinity War. 7. Fuck! So actually, that is my age. That is my age. Modern Warfare was COD 4. Yes, it was. That is correct. Black Ops 1 was Vietnam. Yeah, Black Ops 1 was the one where it's like, guess what? We're gonna go into Call of Duty spoilers here a little bit, so watch out. Sorry, chat. If you haven't played Black Ops 1, then sorry. But yeah, it's like, we're just fight. You played Black Ops, Rob, or not?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, the whole like, we're Fight Club, and you're like, okay, but it wasn't really. Okay, I guess cool. Like it wasn't. Some people talk about that game as being like a mind-blowing moment for them, and I'm like, it was just not that great. Am I being unfair to it? Like.
Because
COD is a mood
was-
that you enjoy when you're drunk. The first also
I
COD.
don't know. The trouble with COD is that they all seem to blend together in my mind.
Agreed,
Like, especially
agreed.
the recent, like the COD, the Black Ops, and all the modern ones. They all because all I did was like the campaign mode was whatever, and then it was just like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of multiplayer that all bleeds together.
But like I love the first Modern Warfare and the second Modern Warfare's like single player campaigns. Like, absolutely fucking love them. The new one's a bit shit. Like the new one at one point, just there's some atrocity that the Americans did where they like fucking firebomb or carpet bombed some road in Iraq or Iran, and in the game they just erased that by going it was the Russians. They like instead of doing like a hypothetical situation.
The corridor of death.
Yes, that's it. They just say it's the Russians. You're just like that's not okay. Like,
as part of my old job, I met a guy who was one of the guys who flew one of the planes who did that. Like actual that, and he said, and he was so blasé about it. I was like, you know that killed lots of innocent people. Awkward. Yeah, random. Anyway, yeah, that's the thing I've done. What are we after here?
Just don't worry about it. We'll just talk about.
Sorry, I have no idea what we're playing.
I don't fucking care at this point. I'm a little bit. I just like. I was like tonight. I was wondering, do I want to play this cube? Because I knew about the interaction thing. We've played the wrong deck. We should have tried to play something more controlling. But all at the same time, I kind of thought about maybe we should play some vintage for like to really spice things up. But I prefer the conversations more so than the actual gameplay of this right now. Anyway, I only played Call of Duty Zombies. Did any of you go in Zombies? I don't like Zombies very much. I never really enjoyed Horde modes outside like the first couple of times that I played them.
Yeah,
the idea of playing them over.
I only
over
played it locally, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's something Chaz and I used to do. But yeah, that's taking me back.
Fucking hell. Back in the day.
Hey, would it be better there to Vigor Mortis back our
what?
druid so we can play Ochre?
Maybe. I kind of just want to discard a World Spine Worm, Vigor Mortis that, and hope they don't have a fucking... Well, they're blue-white, so this match go horribly. We're 1-1 at the moment, JDB, but we are talking about old shooters. I used to play I was in a Medal of Honor Allied Assault clan before I actually had any of my own money, and I had to beg my mum to send like £3 a month or something for server maintenance costs, and she did it for 1 month, and I was kicked out of the clan. She thought it was a scam. She thought it was a scam. She thought this man from Scotland was trying to do me. Like, no, mum, it's for the server. We have to practice. Oh my god! Fact or fiction on a body?
Ugh. I mean,
this is fucking dreadful.
Yeah. Don't give him 3 cards.
Oh, we can't even reanimate
Another
World Spine Worm. Thank you, MXGO3. Ah, shit. The bed. Okay, it's fine. They didn't take unexpectedly up into the other ones. Time Split is amazing. Whilst I'm never going to say Time Splitters wasn't great, I do feel like it gets too much of a positive buzz because I feel like it was just like a refinement and improvement of Goldeneye Perfect Dark. It's like quite a big refinement and improvement. But
I think it has enough differentiation for it to be its own thing. Like, but I think it is worthy of its.
I think I'm just a little bit upset that people don't talk enough about Perfect Dark. I think that's more what it is. Like everyone also like Goldeneye, which just aged horribly. If you're playing Goldeneye now, it's just fucking dreadful. And whilst Perfect Dark's also aged pretty badly, like it was still so fucking good. Like such a massive improvement from like Goldeneye.
Like I get such a big nostalgia hit playing that. Oh, there we go.
Sure, whatever. I'm kind of
about this now.
Perfect Dark is fine. No, Perfect Dark was fucking incredible for its time. Both games taste like shit. I agree with that statement. They both taste like shit. I think Perfect Dark has aged better because it has like voiced cutscenes, for example, for the most part. Well, I think does GoldenEye have voiced cutscenes? No, it's just dialogue at the bottom of the screen, isn't it? Like for England, James, but like at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But Perfect Dark also required an expansion pack. So the reason not enough people talk about it is that not enough people could get it because the fucking expansion pack was expensive, difficult to get hold of, not produced enough. Blah, blah, blah. Not enough games to play on it.
Know what you're doing right now? Impressing the heck out of me.
Potato wedges are chips.
Potato wedges and chips. Thank you, Stage Dude Man. We want that. We don't want this. Did anyone play? Wubo saying anyone play Wolfenstein Enemy Territory? For some reason, that was really fun multiplayer. I mean, there's many reasons it's fun multiplayer, right? Like Wolfenstein Enemy Territory was an incredibly popular online game, right? It was like kind of where, if I'm correct, I think it's where the Team Fortress like crowd moved to prior to TF2. I think because Enemy Territory was like the spin-off standalone multiplayer after Castle Wolf returned to Castle Wolfenstein, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Yeah.
The best old school shooter is clearly Banjo-Kazooie. Interesting. Did anyone here play Portal Poke-Tongue? Yeah, I'm sure no one here has played Portal Sushi. Cool.
Oh, yeah. TF2. I think TF2 is the reason why I play support in League of Legends. Because I used to play the shit out of Medic. Like I'm a Medic man.
Class as well. That engineer.
I love Medic.
I didn't play enough TF2 because that was a period when I moved away from PC gaming for a little while. So I played the orange box. I ended up picking up on console, and then like trying to convince my friends to play TF2, and none of them were into it. There was like too much Halo and COD like distracting them.
Yeah, it was a tough time for PC shooters there when you've got like the fidelity. I think which is the difference because a lot of people's like PCs, yeah, you can play TF2 and like a lot of other games, but you play on such like low graphics.
Well, especially when you're a kid. Like,
I'm looking at exactly when you're a kid. Like, look at what the cost is for running a computer versus like having a console dedicated to playing the games. Like,
well, I'm looking to upgrade now, right? Like, I'm talking to like a company about upgrades and stuff because not only am I upgrading to play. So I want to stream like a bit of Rainbow Six Vegas and a bit of Valorant. I can stream Valorant on this rig pretty easily. I'm playing in 1440p offline, but if I was streaming, I would dip it. But like Siege runs like shit on my rig. Anything with medium settings. Anyway, my point is, I want to play high fidelity games as well as edit footage, render footage, and stream as well, which means you have to play high fidelity games with some added toll on the computer. So I'm upgrading. What specs of my current rig are relatively low. It's about 3, maybe 4 years out of date now. It's like a GTX.
Sorry, I feel like I've missed a train here. What is Valorant?
Valorant, that's Riot's new shooter. It's Counter-Strike, but with abilities like Overwatch.
Ah, okay.
Rob, you should be getting into... There's a talk of us playing it tonight, by the way, instead of League after stream, but I played some League, I enjoyed it, so maybe we'll play League, I don't know. But yeah, it's like Counter-Strike. It feels very much like Counter-Strike, but every character has like multiple abilities like Overwatch, including an ultimate.
Okay.
I'm going to do a What is Valorant video this week. I think that's going to be my non-Magic video this week. I'm going to do like 2 or 3 Magic videos and a Valorant video. Which will be, it's going to be comical, so it's not going to really help you understand exactly what it is, but you might get a feel for it. I'm on a GTX 960 right now, so it's pretty out of date. But I'm going to really up where I'm going in terms of specs and spend the money because A, it's a business investment for all those reasons, and B, I want to future-proof myself. But the point I'm getting at is to play at like 1440p at 60 FPS and shit. Like, to do that compared to playing 4K at like 30 FPS for the most of the part on a console, the jump is like $1,500, like if not more. Like that's the thing. I'm sat there thinking it's funny because I've got a 4K TV downstairs on an Xbox One X, and this can play 4K, not at 60 FPS, and it doesn't look quite as nice as Battlefield, like ray tracing and shit. I guess, although that fucks computers up too.
Yeah, but it's still a marked increase on what you get for your money. Compared to what you'd have to pay for to get something.
But I guess what I'm getting at is like the jump in fidelity to go to 1440p 60 FPS compared to 4K at 30 FPS, let's say, and slightly better like post-processing effects on PC. The jump is $1,500. It's like, it's mad. It's actually mad when you really think. And then think about the hardware too. Like, at least the TV you've got for your. Well, it depends what you use your monitors for, I guess. But oh yeah, 960 had one of them good. Yeah, my card is pretty good. Like, it still plays things now at relatively high settings. Like, I can play Vegas. Fucking hell, that's showing my age. Rainbow Six Siege fucking hell. Wasn't Vegas a great game? Let's talk about Rainbow Six Vegas. That fucking game was so good. But like Siege at like high end settings, but the frame rate is not something you want to be playing like a competitive shooter online with.
True.
I'm going to be going with some form of Ryzen, and I'm going to be going with an RTX 2060. I think yes. I'm tempted with 2070s because I was looking at some of the benchmarks of the ray tracing on. Have you seen ray tracing on Minecraft, Rob?
No.
Are you aware of ray tracing?
No.
Oh god, we're nerding out about weird shit that I've been looking up a lot lately. Warcraft, ray tracing. Ray tracing is real-time rendering where it detects light bouncing off of objects impacting other objects. So like the way that I know a carpet will absorb some light, where glass will reflect it all around the fucking room, right? When you stick it on Minecraft, it's like a different game. You need to at least watch a 5-minute demo video on YouTube with the two comparisons. It's beautiful. However, ray tracing is only available on certain cards, mainly NVIDIA cards. And also the performance hit's massive. So like you'll be playing like 130 frames at 1440p on Minecraft on like your rig. Put ray tracing on where the game looks like a brand new game because it looks so good, and it'll drop the frames by like, I don't know, 60, 70, 80.
Oh wow!
It's the point is it's not real.
It's not there yet.
No, and also only games to support it are Minecraft, Battlefield, and the different games use it differently. So Piri is it just for shadow generation. So it's got very nice shadows. Minecraft does it probably the best. Weirdly, Minecraft does it the best because it enriches the entire game. Ray tracing is used for real-time reflections in Battlefield. So like as flames are flickering, they'll be flickering in puddles and the reflections on doors and stuff. But it's so when you're running around blowing shit up, you can't notice it. But it's dropping your frame rate by like 60 FPS or something ridiculous. And Control, that's right. But the Control comparisons, Arsis, I think are pretty shit. Like Control looks very nice on its own anyway. And the ray tracing does such a minimal uptick when it's like cutting your frames by 2/3. It's crazy. But Vince, you're a rich 38-year-old who loves long walks on the beach. I don't know why I read that.
None of that is true.
None of it's true and none of it's relevant to what we're talking about, Taxi Boy. Ray tracing is just code for making your rig run at 30 FPS. I think that's a little bit unfair because some of the ray tracing does look gorgeous. Like
but that's the thing. It's like being able to live in a world where technology enables that kind of fidelity is fantastic, and just the fact that we can't run it now at cost is an issue. But look at where we will go because
so Nanopus, Quake 2 is the other one. That's right. I was trying to think of what the other one because Quake 2 looks again like a modern game almost because of how nice the lighting is.
There you
go. The 2060 can handle RTX on Minecraft, but you can't. I think you need to play at 1080p. I was watching some benchmarks about it on like is it Linus? I think is a really good YouTube channel for like tech and stuff. That's why I was thinking going to 2070 because there's a marked improvement for 2070 where the 2080 isn't. Yeah, that's right. I used to be really into PC hardware when I was at school. Like, when I couldn't afford any of it, and I just, like, look at, again, it's like the Warhammer. I'm looking at these magazines going, wish I could afford that. Mum, do you reckon we can? She's like, no, don't be stupid. Of course we can't. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, can I get this? Can I get this bit that you've never heard of for a box in the corner that you never use to make it 10% better? No, you can't.
No, exactly. Metro Exodus ray tracing. Is that the other one? Ray tracing. It uses ray tracing for volumetric lighting and like what? Yeah. It does. But again, when you watch the comparison video for Exodus, it looks nicer, but like in no way that you'd notice if you weren't like running around full pop playing the game. Where in Minecraft, it just makes the game look insane. Like the way rooms are lit up by God rays and the light bounces off of things and stuff, it's just crazy. Yeah, ray tracing is in the same situation that VR is in right now. People are too busy complaining about the screen door effect to notice how far we've come. Exactly. Yeah, I'd agree. Like, I think the problem that a lot of tech channels... I'm by the way, this is not my own like informed opinion. I'm now just going to rabbit the shit I've heard in other people's YouTube videos. But the problem is that like not enough people are trying to implement it. There's not enough games to implement it to really be worth being excited about paying out to get. But I guess I've got an excuse in terms of getting a decent processor and graphics card to allow me to use After Effects and Vegas and render and stream and shit. So I've got an excuse, but I can certainly understand why other people might not be wanting to shell out for that shit yet. I want to play I really want to play Alex. You know Half-Life Alex? Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to buy a VR headset just for that game. But and again, I can't even justify that through my job, right? Because like I'm not going to. I guess I could stream it, but I don't really want to stream a VR game. But because I love Half-Life so much, and it's the next chapter. But okay, so we lost Garrick. We attacked with a 2-2.
Playing this, I get Garrick back.
Well, playing this, get it counted. Because look at that mana. There's no way there's not some sort of counter spell.
Oh yeah. Also, right? They've seen our hands, so
yeah.
Maybe play the amulet then.
Yeah, let's play the amulet. So I know there's a non-VR mod in the work for Alex. But I don't know if I want to play a non-VR version, right? I want to play it. I can't justify it. I think a lot of people can't, right? Because, like, Alex is a prequel, yeah. It's a prequel to Half-Life 2. It's before Gordon shows up. But, like, apparently it does feel like the next evolution in game. It's like it's the first, from some of the reviews I've been reading, it's the first VR game to really feel like it's a step up. Like the way you load your pistols and interact with the environment and shit. Yeah, Lucas Ray, this is the thing I'm scared of, is that I take the plunge from my new like streaming, gaming, video editing rig, and then and be like, whoopsie, and like drop this new like high-end card. I'm just like, wow, my card's now dog shit, but I paid like over the odds for it, if that makes sense. In Alex, there's a few different ways you can move. You can actually just teleport around if you haven't got any space. You can also use normal movement as well, I believe, on a control stick, depending on like which you prefer.
Know what you're doing right now?
A VR headset's going to sit you back on warm
Impressing the
arm enough.
heck out
The
of
VR headsets are like only like a 100 to 150, I think. But again, that's still a huge chunk of money for one video game, right? Huge chunk of chains. That experience is just called buying a flagship video card. Exactly. That's probably why I shouldn't go for the 2070. I should go for the 2060, because at that point we're not like, because with graphics cards and processors, the edges you get for as you go edge part, like the 2060 is here, right? And you get the 2070, the power increases this much, but the cost increases this much, and it goes like that as you build up. Rob, do we just make a?
I think we get something back here.
But then she dies.
If we
click.
but if we make a land into a creature, they'll just kill it. Add all that mana up is for a board wipe or creature removal. They didn't counter the spell, so we just get Garrett back.
So we spent basically 9 mana and 2 turns to play Garrick.
Well, I mean, I feel like the other option is poorer. Like
Well, the other option is we develop our board with a looter, or just hit them with a 5/5.
That's okay. Fair point.
And also they have to attack Nissa twice. Like, it keeps things on board. I think up to getting our Garrick just means they just kill the Nissa, and they kill the Garrick after you've made 1 wolf. Like, Garrick on this board isn't very good because we don't have an answer for this either. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw a land next turn. I could make the looter here, but I think I just want to attack instead.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, Sir Jacob with a raiding party of 244 people. Hello. Welcome, my friends. There will be,
everybody.
to warn you, there may be some swearing here. So that's not me being sarcastic or patronising. I'm just saying, if you've got it on loudspeaker and wherever you are, there's a child in the room, just be warned. Okay? I do say naughty words quite a lot. We're playing some Cube today. I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi of the internet. Tonight, as I am joined most Mondays, by Rob. Rob, introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Rob.
Sorry, go on.
I'm Rob. I ride Vince's coattails to magic, fame, and glory.
Yes!
Another one.
So we were playing some Cube. We're actually not really paying much attention to the Cube. We've been talking about Piri Chicken.
Vintage video games.
Vintage, retro, old school video games. Anything from... Oh no, this is a big shark.
Sharknado.
Warning! Warning! Shark attack! I need a warning sound on my soundboard real bad. All I've got is this. That's kind of like it. I do have a PO box. You can PO box it actually in the thing. Does that work? Does that work? I'll find the command after this game. Please do remind me. So yeah, we've been talking about like Call of Duty. We've been talking about Warhammer. No, that's not video games. That's another tangent we've been talking about. What else have we talked about? Food, chips. Our potato. Here you go. Everyone who's new to the chat. One of the hot topics is: are potato wedges a form of chip, or as you might call them if you're American or Canadian, hang on, fuck. What do the Canadians call chips?
Chips.
Ah.
I have no idea.
Can a Canadian help us here? We're playing the Celtic cube on Modo.
And what makes it different from other cubes?
Oh god, lots of stuff. It's meant to be based around more on interaction. There's 2 of each fetch lamps, quite a unique inclusion. Planeswalkers are quite prominent but not supposedly oppressive. That shark definitely killed on Nissa. So all that long conversation we had about how to best use the Nissa was kind of pointless. Fries. Okay, so Canadians are also wrong. Fries are a subset of chips. Okay? Chips are crisps in Canada. God damn it. The long potato wedge looking things, we call those French fries. Okay, but Serge, what are our potato wedges? Are they fries? Are they a subgenre of fries? Would you say they're distinct enough in their application or use to not be that? God, I want to talk more about this than I do the bloody game of Magic. Wait, Vince, they put 2 of each fetch in the queue, but none in the new master set. Oh, chronologues, that is good. Oh,
Oh, there it is.
oh no. I think we're going to lose. I cannot stomach playing another match against the control deck in cube.
Another one.
I'm finding
Yeah, this is not my kind of cube.
I've been chatting to the guy about being on his podcast to talk about cube, but I don't want to badmouth his cube too much. But I don't know. I don't want us both to be doing silly things. I don't want to play like. Is bloody a swear word? Not really. No, can you say bloody on like primetime TV in England? Rob, you're from England.
It's pre-watershed, certainly.
Rob, what do you have in your chips? If you had like a bowl of just chips at home or at a restaurant, what would you preferably be your thing to have on them?
Another one.
When I'm at home, usually it is just classic salt and vinegar.
I can get behind that.
Mayonnaise on occasion,
Okay.
because my girlfriend has brought brummy tendencies into my life.
Wait, no, mayo isn't mayo and chips like an American thing?
I thought, she claims it's a brummy thing, but if I'm out and about, generally I try to find something spicy to put in it, dip in my chips.
Yeah. I want spice. I want hot sauce. I want chili sauce. I want sweet chili sauce. I want peri sauce.
Most of my Nando sauce goes on chips, to be fair.
God, I love Nando's. Sriracha's pretty good. Sriracha mayo is pretty good too.
Sriracha is a fine sauce.
Anybody you don't know ever been to India? I have not, but I would love to. I have Indian ancestry on my mother's side. Not in any like exciting way like I know it. It's more like she was oh God, here's a sad song. But just to kill the tone, she was abandoned at an orphanage, as were all her brothers and sisters. But she was her father was, according to my genealogy, South Asian, potentially Pakistani. We don't know for certain, but we're talking India or Pakistan. So for that reason, not just that reason, I also like the food that we have in England. Not that it is the food that they have over there, of course, but I would like to visit. I really would. Are we just going to this mere battlesphere to do something cool with it? I mean, there's nothing we can do cool with it. We're just going to die to these sharks, and their deck is doing as much as I'm bemoaning Blue Way Control. They're wrecking us.
We've been wrecked by every.
The exact location of my grandfather, some of those things, is unknown because I don't know him. I know his name, which I'm not going to put here because for obvious reasons. And what the blood test told us. And that's it. That's it. Oh God. Wish we had body double. Do you remember that pack one pick one body double we didn't take, Rob?
Yeah.
God, that'd be so good in our deck.
Yeah, it would. Doomed Necromancer. Let's see if we can make it work. I really don't see us doing anything else.
They only have 3 cards in hand. What's the worst that could happen?
Play.
Oh, God damn it, Rob. Fuck's sake. Okay, actually cancel. Let's draw a card, discard a card. Here we go. Oh, blood is a very common curse word in India. Yeah. I believe that is actually. I don't know how much it is in actual India, but I know like a lot of Anglo-Indian first, second wave immigrants initially, but not anymore. They use the word bloody quite a bit, or at least that's a stereotype. At least, like in People Do Nothing. What's his name? What's the character in People Do Nothing? The Asian matey.
Don't know. Don't watch it.
Fuck, it's so good. If you ever want to watch a very British urban sitcom, it is actually generally, it's amazing. Such a good show. Chibodi G, that's his name. It's Chibodi G because he thinks he's a bit of a gangster. I think he says bloody a lot. Okay, so let's cut this. Let's go. Let's fill this board up with things. We don't even have a Carthus in our. Do you know what? Rob, this is awful. We don't have Carthus in our boards. We can't even like in our grave. We can't even make a flyer to block these things.
Nope.
Oh.
I mean, they just go attack and attack, keep our counter magic, right?
Yeah, but I mean, counter magic doesn't stop them from stop us from making anything off of this. But the thing we're making that's a mere battlesphere, which doesn't stop. So they 6 us now. We make a mere battlesphere, then we die. So I guess we have to hit Carthus off of this. But even then, there's 2 3s in the air, and they make a 1/1 flyer too. We are fucked.
Cool.
Yeah, didn't enjoy that. That's my second round of
No,
that.
me neither. I really didn't.
But again, I think, like I said, can we look at the deck? Yeah.
It wasn't
what
great.
is-
It wasn't
what-
very interactive.
What is this, Modo? Give me a...
Basic deck. What do you want? That's what you get on Arena. You should be happy.
Actually, oh my god, Rob, you're right. It is. They're like, would you like to see it in the way that Modo's always shown it, fanned out and usable? Or would you like to see it in the Arena way? Move out of the way! Arena! Innovation! Progress coming through! I don't think this is progress. I think this is going backwards. Anyway, people thought our deck looked okay and quite sweet at the beginning. People said that. But I don't think like I said, we drafted well for a cube that's full of interaction. Also, like, our combo payoff, we didn't have enough to put into play, and we had to go, like, both Reanimator plus hand sheet, and I think that wasn't good. I don't think that was good. Couldn't you have pitched Reset and Survival and used the Amulet to put something into play? Actually, yeah, we probably could have been a card. That would have been a much better line. That would have been a much better line. I forgot we had Survival that turn, JDB. There you go, chat. JDB would have potentially piloted us to a win there. Do you know what? I didn't enjoy that. I'm trying to process why. Part of the problem I'm having at the moment, Rob, is that like Magic's just annoying me a little bit. Because, well, the companion infection and every set and stuff.
Yeah.
Though I have been enjoying Commander when I played it, so I guess getting away from companion does help. If we'd won our games, would I feel differently? But I guess that would have been a very different experience as well, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think that cube would be a lot more fun if we actually drafted something more interactive.
I think so. I think options for us to improve. I think.
Yeah. Although
Worth
playing
another go.
blue-eye control would make me want to vomit. We're not going to do another go tonight though, because that one took quite a while. We spent 40 minutes talking about all sorts of. Well, we talked about loads of random stuff. Absolutely
We did.
loads of random
The
stuff.
cube. Yeah, the stream was good for the chat.
Don't let the companion ruin cube 2. I think companions are actually like a really cool thing to put into cubes because
Absolutely. Could you imagine like you first pick like Zerda and then you have to you can't pick like a whole load of cards. You can't pick a Sylvan Library and you're like, oh, I want to, but I can't because that's got activated ability. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think companions are the best in Cube and Commander, and I think they're just fucking awful everywhere else. Because there's just like, as soon as you get to an Eternal, even in Standard right now, right, they're still frustrating as well.
Mm-hmm.
How to know the game you're playing is bad? Are you talking about anything but the game? Yeah, exactly. Well, not necessarily. I think it's just the reason I like streaming compared to just making a Magic video right now is because I get to talk to Rob and I get to talk to you people. So. Could just ram around. Well, we played EDH last Monday. Next Monday might actually be like a competitive 60 inverted commas or 80 card format. There'll be some Legacy and some Commander on. I'm going to try and play some Legacy this week and see if I just feel fucking sick of the format again or whether I actually enjoy it for once. There'll be that plus. There'll be that plus some Commander this week. And hopefully, I think I'm going to do a Valorant What is Valorant Fuck About video as well because the game is fun. And it amazes me, but I didn't know what it is. Right, we're going to raid somebody now. So for everyone who's just come across from Surge's channel, thanks for hanging out. Hit that follow button. I play Magic normally around, roughly speaking, I'd say probably 2.1 times a week on Twitch. There's somewhere between 2 and 3, but more often 2 streams a week. There's always one on Monday night, Joe by Rob. I also make videos over on YouTube.com as well. So if you're new here and you've enjoyed the chat, please do check out the YouTube channel. There's a series that I do called EDH and Chill, where I hang out with 3 other community members and we just chat complete shit while playing Commander. I do lots of other stuff around Magic as well, and a little bit more variety content, which will hopefully be growing over time, just so I can give myself a sweet release for all the fucking mistakes Wizards of the Coast keep making. Right, on that note, let's go raid somebody. Who shall we raid?
Another one.
Who is online? That I know.
Let's see.
Let's raid somebody who might stay online for a little bit after us. Let's go raid Jamie. I'll raid Jamie for a little while. So, everybody get inside of the raid car. When we get in there, don't swear too much. Jamie isn't like completely family friendly, but when you get into other people's streams, just try to peel it back a little bit and judge the room. But also, please toot your horns. So I want to see some hashtag toot toots. If you've got the
or toot
emote,
emotes, if you've got it.
Oh yeah, throw your emotes out there. Throw your emotes out there. Thank you, White Hot, for joining us. Thank you for everyone else for joining us as well.
Absolutely, it's been great. Thank you, everybody, for coming and discussing all the major topics of the day.
We'll talk more about Warhammer, tech, games, and food. I love all those things. Next week. Right, we'll see you later. Ta-ta for now.
Take care. Bye, everybody.
See.